Hello, good evening and welcome. This is over and over and over again. My name is Richard. This is Matchday Live. It is Manchester United women against Arsenal women. This game is going to go a long way to deciding the destiny of the WSL title. It is exciting stuff and it's all going to be coming up the other side of this. To Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside there looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again. So as I say, it's Matchday Live. Arsenal women versus Manchester United women in this big game at the top of the WSL. Arsenal start the day 3 points behind leaders Manchester United, but with a game in hand. So a victory tonight will be put us in massive, big control of the title race. So a really, really big game. These are your team lineups in for this game tonight. So for Arsenal in goal, it's Manu Zinsberger. The back four, Laura Wainwrighter is at right back, Lotte Wubben-Moy and Rafaela Souza at centre back, and Noel Moritz is starting at left back. In midfield, Leah Williamson is captain in the absence of Kim Little. Also, Leah Vault is back from her break away from the game, and Frida Marnham as well. And then in at the front three, it's Victoria Pelova comes in, Stina Blackstenius, and a big night for Katarina Cole starting in that front three tonight here at Leigh Sports Village. On the bench then for Arsenal, two goalkeepers, Sabrina D'Angelo and Kaylin Marquise. Also Jen Beattie, Taya Goldie, Steph Catley, Gio Quiros, Jodie Taylor and Michelle Abimang. So that is the Arsenal lineup for Manchester United. Then they line up like this. In goal it is Mary Earps. Their back four is Ona Battel, Oif Mannion, Maya Letitia and Hannah Blundell. In midfield, captain Katie Zellum, Hayley Ladd, and of course Ella Toon. And then the front three, our old friend Nikita Paris, Leah Galton, and of course, hopefully our new friend Alessia Russo as well. So that's our Manchester United lineup. On the bench then for Manchester United's goalkeeper Sophia Bageli. There's Jade Riviere, Asatu Tanuka, Millie Turner, of course, scored at the Emirates. Vilda Boarisa, Estelle Cascarino, Lucia Garcia, Martha Thomas and Rachel Williams. So they are the lineups. And what do you make of the Arsenal lineup tonight? Please let me know. Obviously, we're down to the bare bones a little bit, aren't we, with the injuries and whatnot that we've got. So pretty much the strongest team that we could pick, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Our bench isn't quite looking as strong, certainly in the attacking sense, as Manchester United. But again, it's the injuries that we've got. We can't do anything about that, can we? We have to suffer the injuries and hope that the players that are in the team, as Jonas rightly said earlier on in his press conference, that, you know, you just got to go with the players that you've got. And we've got enough quality in this team, haven't we, to be able to get a result here tonight. But it's not going to be easy. Manchester United, top of the league. There are only two defeats, both came to Chelsea. So, you know, they did, of course, win at the Emirates, as we know. But this is a perfect opportunity for us. We've been in great form before the break. We just need to carry that into this game, don't we? We've got the semi-final, of course, to come out the weekend. What a big week this is for the Arsenal women's team. One of the biggest weeks of the season with this big game at the top of the WSL. And then, of course, Sunday afternoon's Champions League semi-final first leg. So lots and lots of big games to come, lots of excitement. And let's hope that Arsenal can get two big results in this next couple of weeks and reach the Champions League final and maybe get to the top of the WSL as well. Wouldn't that be something? So, yeah, Kim Little, as we know, is out for the season, but she did sign a new contract, of course, a long-term contract. So she's going to be staying with us, which is great news. It's just a shame she's going to be missing for the rest of the season. So we've got to find a way to cope with that. The best way seems to be to play Leah Williamson in midfield in her role. We do know, of course, that Leah Williamson can play that role. She's done it really well, hasn't she, the last couple of games for Arsenal. So we're not worried about her playing there. It's just, obviously, we do miss Kim Little. And it's another opportunity for Lotte Wubben-Moy to play at the centre of defence, where she's probably going to have to play quite a lot more, isn't she, in the rest of the season with Kim Little out. Of course, Katie McCabe is suspended tonight as well after accumulation of yellow cards, unsurprisingly. So Noel Moritz is in at starts at left back. She's not going to let us down. And Steph Catley's on the bench, so hopefully she might be fit enough to get some minutes. But I'm sure she's going to be saved more for Sunday's semi-final first leg away in Wolfsburg. Of course, Jodie Taylor will probably play some role tonight. She can't, of course, play in Europe, so she's on the bench. They had a little bit of a goal threat later on in the game, maybe. But Stina Blackstenius is in great form in recent games, playing really, really well. So let's hope that she can get a goal or two tonight. Of course, this fixture last season, we won 2-0, didn't we? A crucial win that turned out to be in the end, but not quite enough to give us the title, was it? But Manchester United did beat us at the Emirates, of course, as we know earlier in this season. The game, of course, Beth Mead got injured. So it was a double whammy for Arsenal, wasn't it, on that particular occasion? But we're in better form now. We look in better shape. And I'm sure we are going to give everything in this game to get the right result. Put us in a brilliant frame of mind before we head to Germany, of course, in midweek. At the weekend for that big Champions League semi-final. We've got a comment there. Jota in the chat says, evening, Richard, all in the chat. Maybe more of a question for Women's Weekly show. But do you think we will still go for Russo in the summer with Beth and Viv, hopefully back beginning of next season? Well, I mean, I hope we go for Alessia Russo in the summer, because we know what a great addition she would be to our squad. And we've seen with the injuries that we've got at this moment in time, we need more quality, certainly in the forward areas. So, yes, I mean, I'm hoping that we do. She still hasn't signed a new contract with Manchester United. Maybe she's waiting to see, one, whether they win trophy, two, whether they're in the Champions League next season before she decides to sign for them or not. But regardless of that, I do feel as though, you know, with us being in the Champions League semi-final, chance to get into the final, she may well look at Arsenal as being a better long-term destination for her. Let's hope so, because we would love to see her at Arsenal, wouldn't we? And I'm sure we will be looking to try to sign her. If she doesn't sign a new contract, I'm sure we'll be back in the summer to try and persuade her to come to Arsenal. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. But it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Let me know your score predictions in the comments as well, guys. Let me know what you think the score will be tonight. It's going to be a tough game. We know that Manchester United are flying, aren't they, top of the league? But we've kept ourselves in it. The win against Manchester United in our last Manchester City, in our last league game. That is crucial victory. That was put us right back in the hunt. And it's in our hands now, isn't it? If we can win this game tonight, win our game in hand, which is away at Brighton, who are bottom of the table, you know, that will put us in a great position. Yes, Chelsea are still sniffing around. They've still got a slight advantage on us, but we've got to play them as well, haven't we, away from home? So let's wait and see. Emerson's in the chat there, says Russo is linked to Barcelona, Leon and Wolves, but no, I'm sure she'll be linked to everybody. If she doesn't sign a contract with Manchester United, she'll be linked to every single top club in the world, won't she? We know that, but she's an Arsenal fan. I'm sure that she'd want to prefer to stay in England without having to move to a different country. You know, her family are from the southeast as well. So I think we've got a really good opportunity to sign her in the summer if she doesn't sign an extension at Manchester United. So, but let's see what happens with that. We'll have to wait for the end of the season, and you know, maybe what we end up doing the end of this season could persuade her or dissuade her either way, depending on how we do in relation to obviously how Manchester United do as well, because they still got a chance of winning 2 trophies, haven't they? They're in the FA Cup final, of course, coming up, and they are top of the WSL. So, you know, we've got obviously 2 titles two more titles that we can win, plus the one that we've already won. So lots of teams chasing very few trophies that are left. So it's an exciting finish to the season, isn't it? Which is what we want to see. You know, we want to see all these big games, don't we? And all these exciting finishes. And we don't want to see one team running away with everything. And it keeps it interesting. It keeps it exciting. But obviously, we want to be on the right end of it this time. Last season, we lost out on the title by 1 point, didn't we? So we want to make sure that we can do it this year. But it's going to be tough. And today's going to decide. I think if we lose tonight, I think that's it for us in terms of the title. I think we'll have too much ground to make up, and I don't think we'll be able to close that gap with the games that are left. But if we can win, even a draw is not the end of the world, is it? At least it still puts us in touch with Manchester United, 3 points behind the game in hand. But obviously Chelsea would then have the big advantage, wouldn't they? With us and Manchester United both dropping points. So we'll see what happens there. When the teams are coming out for this game, it does kick off at 7:15, unusual kick-off time. Arsenal are in the pink kit tonight, so I'm wearing it. And Manchester United calls it in their traditional home kit of red with black shorts and black socks, being led out by their captain, Katie Zellum. Of course, Leah Williamson is England's captain, but she's Arsenal's captain tonight as well, of course, in the absence of Kim Little. And it's going to be the case now for the rest of the season. So if we do win the Champions League, then it is going to be Leigh Williamson going to lift that a year or less than a year after she lifted the Euros, of course, for England, and she could, of course, still lift the World Cup. A lot of England Lionesses, of course, on the pitch tonight in both teams. Obviously, Lotta and Leigh Williamson for Arsenal. Of course, we know Tooney and Russo for Manchester United, and of course, our old friend Nikita Paris. Be really good. It's good to see her again. Let's hope that she doesn't produce the sort of performance tonight for Manchester United that she didn't produce too often, did she, for us, unfortunately, in the season that she was with us. She gave us a few moments, but not quite enough. She didn't quite fit in, did she, in what we were doing? Didn't quite work out for her. But anyway, so let's know your score predictions then. I am going to go. I've got to be optimistic. We have to win realistically. So I'm going to say that we will win. I think we'll sneak it 2-1. But I think it'll be a very tight game, a close game, and there won't be much to choose. But let me know what your score predictions are in the chat. Let's see if anybody can get it right tonight. But it is going to be a very, very difficult game. Manchester United, they don't have a lot of changes to the side from last season, really, do they? But they've improved a lot. You can clearly see that. And yeah, we just need to be right on our game tonight, don't we? We just need to play as best as we can play, put our best performance in. And if we do that, if we play like we did against Manchester City, against Bayern Munich, performances against Chelsea as well, if we play at that level, I'm sure we can get a result, but it won't be easy. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Arsenal and see if that works out to be the case. Of course, Alessia Russo is going to be the big talking point tonight, isn't she? Of course, after Arsenal's bids for her in January, she could have been lining up in this game for Arsenal, couldn't she, tonight, instead of Manchester United? But as we know, Manchester United turned down that bid, and she is in the Manchester United team. But maybe next time we play Manchester United, she'll be in our team. We'll have to wait and see. I would love to see her at Arsenal because she is a fantastic player and would be a great addition to our squad. Loki says, evening all. Indeed, evening yourself, mate. Hope you're doing well. We just get ready for the kickoff now here at the Leigh Sports Village. It is a game that was brought forward. It's meant to be played at the weekend, but of course, we're in the Champions League semi-final. So Manchester United might be top of the league, but we are in the Champions League semi-final. And that is why we've moved this game forward to this Wednesday evening. Let's hope it's a good one. Terry's in the chat here. Terry says, good evening, Richard, all in the chat. We need to win this 3-1. Please, God, come on, you Gooner girls. Indeed. It is going to be Arsenal to kick off in the pink kit tonight. We'll be attacking the goal to our right in this first half. Looking forward to this game. It's so tense game, isn't it? Anyway, we're off and underway. Stina Blacksteny has laid the ball back. The sun is rather in the way of the camera, actually, which doesn't make it easy to spot the players. But Arsenal are in possession. Rafaela Souza over on that far side. Arsenal's left plays it up that wing. But Manchester United have won the ball back straight away. Arsenal, I say, attacking the goal to our right in this first half. Manchester United with a ball played forward there. It's going to run all the way through to Manu Zinsberg. I need to get a cover for a sun cover for the camera because it's kind of in the way a little bit. But anyway, Gregory says Russo and Toon would be a great addition. Well, I'll take Russo. Toon would be nice as well. But I'll definitely take Russo. She's the one who's obviously out of contract. A great tackle there, actually, from, I think it was Rafaela Souza. It's difficult to see the players at the minute, but the Russo now trying to come forward for Manchester United, but Arsenal won the ball back, and now Leah Walty finds Leah Williamson, and Manchester United, though, clear that ball away. Of course, Laura Wainwright has scored her first Arsenal goal in a corresponding fixture, in the reverse fixture at the Emirates back in November. A goal that looked as though it was going to give us a victory at the time. Anyway, Manchester United coming forward now. Ella Toon tried to put Leah Galton in down his near side, but again, Arsenal defended well. It's been quite a frantic start to this game. Manchester United are very physical in the tackle there, but finally the ball goes back into the Manchester United half. It's back with goalkeeper Mary Earps, and she plays a short ball here to Ayaf Manian, who gets it back again. Now plays it to this near side. Hannah Blundell plays out the line. Leah Galton flicks it forward, looking for Ella Toon. Good tackle that was there from Lotta Rubenmoy. Now Arsenal trying to come forward down this near side, looking for the run of Victoria Palova. But the ball's going to run out of play for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Good play that was by Victoria Palova there. It's a quick throw there from Laura Wainwrighter. Plays up line again to Victoria Palova. Can she keep it in? Puts a cross into the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, not really a good clearance there from Manchester United, but they just about deal with it. It was Stina Blacksteny looking to get on the end of that cross. Manchester United made a bit of hard work of that clearance, but they did get the ball away. But Arsenal starting to settle now. It's Freedom Marnham up this near side. A great run from Freedom Marnham on the edge of the penalty. Puts the ball across the box again. Cleared away to the edge of the area. Shot comes in from Leah Walty. Blocked on the edge of the box there by Katie Zeller. But now Manchester United looking for a counter-attack with Nikita Paris inside the centre circle going forward. Plays the ball forward looking for Leah Galton. But it's going to run through to Manu Zinsberger. And it has been an incredibly fast start to this game. We've played 2.5 minutes at Leigh Sports Village. It is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. But there's been both teams looking to gain the early advantage. Kim Little and Katie McCabe there in the stands. Of course, Kim injured, Katie suspended. She will be back, of course, at the weekend, which is going to be good. Addis in the chat says there, in which channel can I watch the match? Well, it's on BBC 3 in the UK. I'm not sure if you are. I know you've got the flag. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but I'm not sure where you can watch it. But stay with us. We'll keep you updated everything that's going on. Anyway, Mannion now for Manchester United plays up this near side to Hannah Blundell. Looks for Leah Galton. Laura Wainwright is tight to her, so she goes back again to Mannion. Playing instead of Millie Turner, of course. It was Millie Turner's goal that brought Manchester United back into it at the Emirates. A late goal and that late collapse that we saw. We can't afford any slip-ups again tonight, though, can we? Leah Walty there gets in the way of that ball. Lots of Williamson steps in now. Leah Williamson plays the ball up this near side, looking for the run of Victoria Palova, but it's covered well there by Hannah Blundell, and it's gone back to goalkeeper Mary Earps, of course, the hero for England Lionesses in that penalty shootout recently against Brazil, wasn't she? Anyway, Manchester United now coming forward with Erna Battel on that far side, but that ball's gone out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. And Victoria Palova started this game well. She's in good form at the moment, isn't she? The Dutch woman. She's played well in the last 3 or 4 games. There's a decent cross there, just about cleared away there by Manchester United. A little bit scrappy defending, but they got the ball clear, and that's all they'll be worried about. But Arsenal in possession now over on that far side. Stina Blackstenius battling away for the ball. But Manchester United do come away in possession. Now it's with Maya Letitia, who's recently in that England squad. Plays the ball forward. It's flicked on out up this near side. Manchester United coming forward with Hannah Blundell. Plays the ball forward to Leah Galton. Cross towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Alessia Russo was trying to get on the end of it there, but good defending actually from Rafaela Souza. And now Lotta Wugamoy brings out a defence, finds Laura Wainwrighter. A long ball forward, but that's cleared away easily there by Mannion. Comes back again to Leah Galton. Manchester United coming forward now on this near side. Leah Galton's got a little bit of space. Can she get a cross in? She does, but it's not a good cross. It's gone onto the roof of the net, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. 4.5 minutes played. It is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. It's been a very, very fast start from both teams. Manchester United maybe slightly looking at the more composed team at this moment in time, but Arsenal did have a big chance just a few moments ago. And Manchester United, they're trying to create an opportunity of their own. Leah Galton's looking dangerous actually down this near side, the left, but that was a poor cross just a minute ago, went onto the roof of the net. And that Manchester United attack comes nothing, but they're coming forward again. Manchester United, this is a good run actually from Battel inside the penalty, pulls the ball back to the edge of the area. Good tackle that was there from Leah Walton, and a shot comes in from Russo. It goes wide. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, but that was a good run there from Erna Battel, the Spanish fullback there for Manchester United. Got forward, pulled the ball back to the edge of the area. I think it was Katie Zeller. It was. She pulled the ball back to, and then she was tackled really well actually by Leah Walty. And then the shot came in from Russo, just curled wide of that far post. But Manchester United are starting to create a few opportunities here. Arsenal need to get ourselves on the ball, get our foot on the ball, which we have now with Lotta Wugamoy bringing it forward for Arsenal. Plays the ball in to Victoria Palova, does well. That's ball played forward to Stina Blackstenius. That's a nice touch off from her. Finds Victoria Palova again on this near side. She's done well. Victoria again. Good play from her. Plays the ball in field to Leah Williamson. That wasn't a good play though from Leah Williamson. And Manchester United played the ball forward, but Lotta Wugamoy is there under pressure from Russo, but shuffles it back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger. Now, Rafaela Souza, the sun is right in the way of the camera, so we can't see anything there, what's going on. We had problems with the camera, didn't we, a few weeks ago, and we've got problems with the camera tonight. Anyway, Terry says Russo didn't want to score against her new club. Well, let's hope she doesn't want to score against her new club all night. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But she did put that shot wide. And there's more. The longer she keeps shooting wide, then that's fine. We don't mind that, do we? Anyway, Mannion now in possession for Manchester United. Plays it back to goalkeeper Mary Earps inside the Manchester United penalty area. Arsenal not really pressing too high up the pitch at this stage. We're just allowing Manchester United to knock it around. They do like to play out from the back, Manchester United, don't they? It's caused them a few problems in the past. So maybe we're hoping that we can get them into that trap, and then we'll be able to pounce, win the ball, and hopefully create a chance and score a goal. Anyway, Mary Earp's got the ball again, plays it short to Letitia, plays it out to this far side to Battel. She's getting forward again. Katarina Cole struggling to contain her actually over on that side. Manchester United trying to come forward there. That ball's played in, but lots of Wouben is there into Leah Walty. And now it is out to Katarina Cole over on that far side. And Arsenal now looking to try to get the ball forward. In fact, it's going to be a throw instead to Manchester United over on that far side there, right. Akita Paris, it was involved with Katarina Cole. It does look quite breezy at the Leigh Sports Village. It's very sunny, but it does look breezy. I mentioned United coming forward. Russo trying to get on the end of that cross there, but in fact, it was Russo's cross. It was Leah Galton trying to get on the end of it, but it's gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. We've got Kanisha in the chat. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, good afternoon to yourself. It's sort of early evening here, but it's I suppose you might as well call it afternoon because it's still very bright and sunny. It's been a very nice day, but a little bit windy. Anyway, lots of Wouben Moy now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Finds Victoria Palou, who's had a good start to this game. And suddenly Russo has got possession of the back row for Manchester United. They're playing well, Manchester United, in these early stages. Khadija says, a good afternoon to everyone tuning in for another day of women's Premier Football. Indeed, women's Premier Football, what we want to see. Khadija says, I'm in Jamaica. Oh, yeah, fantastic. I'm sure you've got better weather than we have. That cross comes in there, though, but it's a good catch there from Manu Zinsberger. Josh says there, Brighton 1, Everton 0 is another scoreline from the games tonight. Of course, there's some Champions League games going on as well, isn't there, tonight? But we don't worry too much about that, do we? The only Champions League we're interested in this season is the one happening this weekend. Wolfsburg against Arsenal, of course, on Sunday. And, of course, the second leg at the Emirates on Monday, May the 1st. We'll be there for that one with all the guys. That's going to be a great day, a great occasion. Let's hope Arsenal can get the result and reach the final. Wouldn't that be something? Lots of Wouben Moy now brings the ball forward up this near. So it was a good ball, actually. Laura Wainwright says a runner ahead of her. It is Stina Blackstenius. Got the ball now, Stina Blackstenius. There's something on the pitch, actually. I'm not sure if it's a shin pad or there's something on the pitch which maybe needs to be looked at. Anyway, Stina's done really well. Finds Leah Walty. Oh, the ball was played through there by Frida Marnham. She's won it back on the edge of the box. Comes to Katarina Cole. Back with Frida Marnham inside the area. But she's facing the wrong way. She's been forced wide. Nikita Paris did her defensive duties, but we've kept possession. Frida Marnham again over on that far side. Can she get to the byline, get the cross in? She does towards the near post. Was it deflected? The referee says no, it's going to be a goal kick. But that was good play there from Frida Marnham running at that Manchester United defence. She ended up finding herself out over on that far side. Got the ball back again from Noel Moritz, it was. Tried to get the ball pulled back, but it just went out of play. But good play there. Everson says they're Wolfsburg winning 2-0. Yeah, well, they won't be winning 2-0 on Sunday, will they, when they're playing us? Because we are going to go over there and do a job. I can feel it. Anyway, Victoria Palova's done really well there again, trying to win the ball back high out the pitch. She's in great form, as I said, at the moment. But Manchester United now coming forward. It's Mannion bringing the ball forward for them, plays it in to midfield to Hayley Ladd, and it does go back again to goalkeeper Mary Earps. So I'm pressing, but not pressing with any great intensity high out the pitch, but we are making it difficult for Man United to play out from the back, as we know that they like to do. But they have done this quite well now. They're working the ball through midfield, but Leah Williamson steps in there, gone down with an injury there, which isn't great. Looked like she was caught there. She won that ball. Looks to be a little bit of pain. The last thing we need is another injury to a key player at this point in the season. That would be an absolute disaster, wouldn't it? Let's hope it's not too bad. Leah Williamson's gone down there. And this doesn't actually look good. She hasn't moved yet. This is quite a worrying sign. Just 11 and a half minutes played. And she's not moving. This is not looking good for Leah Williamson. She's just overstretched. That could be a knee injury. It does. This looks bad. It looks bad. It looks like she's overextended her knee there. She's fell maybe. Straight away, she's put her arm up as if to say it's a bad one. this could be not only bad news for Arsenal, but bad news potentially for the World Cup for England as well. This is not looking good at all for Leah Williamson. She's not moved her leg. It's very reminiscent of the Viv Miedemar one in that Champions League game when she went down. She knew straight away, so she didn't move. She's now being put on a stretcher, Leah Williamson, at the Leigh Sports Village. This is not good news at all for Arsenal at this point in the season. It's one of them ones where she's not, it wasn't a tackle, it wasn't a challenge. She's won the ball and just landed. You could just see her, she just pulled up there. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. And she's now going off on a stretcher, Leah Williamson. And that is not looking good at all. Let's hope it's not as bad as it appears to be, but I've got a feeling this could be quite a serious injury to Leah Williamson. And we're having to make the substitution. Unsurprisingly, I can't quite see who it is that's coming on at this moment in time. We will let you know as soon as we can. It's going to be Gio coming on. We're going to have a slight change of formation, I would assume, but this is not good news. They haven't even got Leah on the stretcher yet, I don't think. They got the stretcher there, and they're working on her leg. Maybe it isn't quite as bad as they first thought. I'm not sure, but she is still getting treatment. She's not on the stretcher yet. Terry says there, don't look good. Leah ain't want to stay there. No, she isn't. But we are going to make the substitution anyway. Gio is coming on now. You would imagine that possibly Katarina Cole will drop in to that midfield position rather than being out. Leah Williams on her feet again. That's good news. They're saying to wait for the substitution. Maybe it's not as bad as we first feared. That'll be good news. Leah Williams is back up again. She's not moving particularly freely, but she is moving. When that's good to see. She's up on her feet. That is great news. Ella Toon there just goes over and just checks that she's all right. I do think we are going to still make the substitution anyway. But at least Leah's up on her feet again and she's been able to walk. She's took the armband off. She's definitely going off. She's hobbling off, but at least she is walking. So good to see Leah looking as though she's going to be okay. A few words there for Gio as she comes off. Let's hope the injury is not that bad. The last thing that we needed. Leah's already missed a chunk of the season earlier on, didn't she, with an injury? But Gio's on. My guess is that Katarina Cole's going to drop in and Gio will probably play on the right. Victoria will probably come over. Anyway, Leah Williamson, actually, she's hobbling down. Kim Little's there to help her as well, going down the tunnel. The England and Arsenal captain. This is not good news at all. But maybe it's not quite as bad as we first feared. The stretcher wasn't needed. She's been helped away, but you have to say she's got to be a massive doubt for the semi-final now, at least, if not even more than that. And Arsenal have now got to find a way to regroup. We lost Kim Little, didn't we, early on, about a similar time in the Bayern Munich game, and we put in a fantastic performance to come back and win that game. So maybe we can do the same again, or is it a big ask to do it twice? Terry says, Gio, indeed, let's hope Gio can have a big impact in this game. Jota says, was worried it might have been likely Tommy Hasselstyle injury there. I hope it's not as serious. At least he was able to stand, so that's a better. So no, exactly, yeah. I mean, I was really worried when they brought the stretcher on. I was worried it was going to be another ACL. We've had so many, haven't we, this season? That would have been an absolute disaster. But hopefully it's not as bad as we feared. And yeah, at least she was able to get up and walk, well, hobble off with help. But yeah, it's not looking too good, is it, for the weekend, certainly. And possibly even the second leg of the semi-final. Arsenal need to find something. We need to dig deep now, don't we, to find something in this game. It certainly took a lot of the sting out of the play, actually, now. Always does, doesn't it, when you see an injury like that so early in a game. But the ball's gone out of play over on that far side. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Ella Toon's gone down as well now, but she seems as though she's going to be okay. Let's hope this isn't a serious injury to Leah Williamson, who's been fantastic, hasn't she, for the last couple of years. England's leader and such a key player for Arsenal as well. So not a nice sight to see her hobbling down a tunnel there, but let's hope she's okay. Let's hope it's not as bad as we fear and that she will be back very, very soon. Anyway, Manu Zinsberger in possession finds Lotta, Woober, Moy. How many more injuries is this Arsenal team gonna get this season? It's incredible, isn't it? Really, really bad luck that we've had on the injury front this season. It's all key players as well, isn't it? Not that injuries to anybody is a good thing, but certainly when it's all of your best players all at the same time. It's incredible, really, especially coming up so soon ahead of this big semi-final at the weekend. That's a problem when you go far in the competitions, you get backlog of games, you've got to play midweek games. It's just a shame, isn't it? Because Arsenal haven't had a game for 3 weeks. And then we get our first game back, and within 10 minutes, Leigh Williamson has got herself an injury, and Rafaela Souza trying to deal with this ball, and she does. She puts it out off the Manchester United player there, and it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Now, we really need to dig in here, Arsenal, don't we? We really do, to find a way through this difficult situation. It's a difficult enough situation as it is anyway, playing the leaders away from home with the injuries that we had before, and now to lose our captain, an inspirational figure, a key player in midfield tonight as well, Leigh Williamson. Anyway, Lotte Wubben-Moy now plays up this near side to Laura Wainwright. I say it was her first and only goal for Arsenal in the reverse fixture at the Emirates. The clearance there from Lotte Wubben-Moy, that wasn't a great one. May not have picked the ball up. Frida Marnham almost got in there for Arsenal. We're going to need a big performance from Frida, aren't we, this evening? This ball played forward towards the edge. Yeah, Alessia Russo heads it down for Manchester United, but Leah Waltz is there. I expect it's Victoria Palova does really, really well. Finds Gio. In fact, she's won a free kick, Victoria, there. Great play from her. She's had a great start to this game, but she took that free kick too quickly, and it is going to be a free kick again to Arsenal. Just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Great play there from Victoria Palova. Used her body strength well to hold off the challenge there. Really, really great play. Brilliant stuff from her. And she did win the free kick as well. And Arsenal now with Rafaela Souza plays that ball up the far side in the sunshine, so we can't really see it. That ball played forward, looking for the run there of Frida Marnham, but it's played back there to Mary Ertz by Erna Battel, it was. And that long clearance from the Manchester United goalkeeper. And Manchester United back in possession again. In fact, there's an injury to Nikita Paris there. The challenge on her by Noel Moritz. And Paris has gone down with a slight head injury, but she's back up on her feet again. And it will be a free kick, I believe, to Manchester United. We've played nearly 20 minutes, but there's going to be a chunk of stoppage time at the end of this first half due to that injury there, of course, to Leigh Williamson. That the game was held up for about 5 minutes while she got that treatment. Lotte Wubben-Moy plays that ball forward to Stina Blackstenius. That's a nice ball up this near side, looking for Gio, her first real involvement in this game, playing on this right-hand side. The ball goes back to Mary Earp, and she manages to get it out over on that far side to Nikita Paris, and she's won a throw there off Katarina Kuhl, who looks as though she's still playing over on that left-hand side. And maybe it is Frida Marnham, who's just dropped a little bit deeper alongside Victoria Palova, who's maybe dropped into that midfield area as well to accommodate Gio, who's just come on. That long ball played forward now, looking for the run of Stina Blackstenius. Can she get there ahead of Mary Earps? Not quite there. Good goalkeeping actually from Mary. Came out quickly, just ahead of Stina. A little touch there from Stina. Of course, she could have got a penalty if she managed to get a touch on that ball first, because Mary Earps was committed to getting there. She would have been able to pull out of that challenge. And the ball ended up in the arms of the Manchester United goalkeeper. And they're trying to play it from the back. Manchester United again, and Arsenal are trying to press now. But Manchester United have done well. And they're bringing the ball forward now with Hannah Blundell into midfield to Katie Zellum. Gets it out to that far side to Honor Battel. Man United now looking to try to take advantage of Arsenal's little bit of uncertainty due to that substitution that we've had to make. But Noel Moritz does well there defensively, finds Rafaela Souza, and she scoops the ball behind for a throw to Manchester United over on that far side. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. We've played at 21 minutes. Arsenal says there, where are we watching the match? The match is on BBC Three in the UK. I don't know where in the world you are, so I'm not sure if anyone sort of knows anywhere else, any other channels that's showing it. But stay with us. We'll keep you updated with everything. Katarina Kuhl has just conceded a free kick there, a foul on Erna Battel. In fact, I'm not quite sure how that was a foul. It looked like it was a 50-50 challenge, actually, really. And they were both fouling each other. But anyway, the referee's given it in Manchester United's favour. But it's going to be a free kick over on that far side, about 5 yards in from the touchline. And Katie Zellum is going to take this for Manchester United. The Manchester United captain. I haven't quite seen who's took over the armband, actually, from Leah. It might well be Leah Walty, actually. I'm not sure. Or maybe Rafaela Souza, of course, who captained Brazil in the recent finalissimo, didn't she? Anyway, it's going to be a free kick over on this far side. for Manchester United. The ball comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in from Russo. It's come to the far post. Oh, it found Mannion free inside the 6-yard box there. Luckily, it was a defender. It was a defender's finish. He's miskicked it wide. So much space there. Really poor defending that was from Arsenal. Katarina called it was, got sucked in and left Mannion free at the far post. And that is a terrible finish. That is probably why she's a defender. But that was a let-off for Arsenal there. Really, really poor at defending. Jota says there, got away with one there. Yeah, we did. Terry says that we seem to lose a player every game lately. With 8 games left, will we have enough players to finish the season? Well, if we lose one every single game, we probably won't, will we? But the final game, we'll have like 4 players left. But anyway, let's hope we don't lose any more, because things are not looking too great on that side of things, are they? And Arsenal just need to settle down again. We've just, it's been a tough start to the game. We have just won a free kick, Leah Walty there. Emerson says there is no other channel showing this match. Just let the overseas fans listen to your comments. Well, let's go. Got that option. Of course they have. But some people like to watch the game as well. And if you do, you can watch the game, turn the sound off and listen to us. And that's great. Anyway, Laura Wainwright are now coming forward for Arsenal. Plays the ball square to Rafaela Souza, bringing it forward for Arsenal. Plays the ball over the top. It's a good ball as well. Looking for the run of Frida Marnham. If she can keep this ball in, she's not going to be able to. Just ran away from her there. But that's what Arsenal need to do. Get Manchester United turning, facing their own goal. It's a decent ball there over the top that was there from Rafaela Souza. Kim Little's back on the bench again next to Katie McCabe, which tends to suggest that maybe Leah Williamson is getting sorted and looked after in the changing room area. Hopefully this injury is not as serious as we fear, but I'll be amazed if she's fit to play at the weekend. But never said that, if we saw recently, didn't we? Was it Katie McCabe went off with a boot on her foot in one game, didn't she, and played in the next game? So who knows? But anyway, we'll see what happens. Victoria Palova trying to get the ball there, but Alicia Russo takes it off her and plays it back to Manny and just missed that big chance for Manchester United. Now she's bringing the ball forward, plays up this near side to Blundell, played the ball forward, looking for Leah Galton, but that wasn't a great ball. He's going to run through to Manu Zinsberger. 24 minutes played, although we haven't played for that long due to that injury stoppage earlier in this game. Arsenal now, though, with Lotta Woober-Moy inside the penalty. It's had a good start to this game, Lotta, actually. Good long ball forward as well, looking for Stina Blackstenius, looking to get the wrong side of Manny, and Stina was there, but good defending by the Manchester United defender. But that's not a good ball out, and Arsenal picked up possession. Noel Moritz over on that far side. Can Arsenal get the lead in this game and go on and win it? That would be some achievement, wouldn't it, with the injuries that we've got? Lotta Woober-Moy dinks the ball forward, looking for the run of Gio, but the ball's gone back to Mary Earps, and she gets it up this near side to Hannah Blundell. Plays it into midfield. That's a poor ball, though, from Manchester United. It's a throw to Arsenal, taken quickly. Gio now on this near side, Arsenal's left, Arsenal's right, looking to have a run there at Hannah Blundell, but the Manchester United defender has won the ball, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. The windy conditions not making it easy for really good football in this game so far, but both teams have had their moments, but not any real clear openings at goal. Just that one missed kick there from Aif Mannion just a few moments ago for Manchester United. Arsenal now coming forward up this near side. A good throw there. Found the run of Stina Blackstenius. The referee has given, the linesman, has given the throw to Manchester United. A bit of a surprise. Looked like it had come off the Manchester United player, but you can see the wind there blowing a corner flag almost over. It really is a blustery evening in Manchester. Leigh Sports Village, of course, a venue for the Euros, wasn't it? A few games played here during the summer, that great tournament that's really, really done wonders for women's football in this country, certainly with the crowd figures and just the football that's been. It's been a fantastic season, hasn't it? If we dismiss the injuries Arsenal have had, it's been a great season. Let's hope that it's going to finish in fine style for Arsenal as well. But we're certainly up against it now, aren't we, with the injuries that we've got? Anyway, Manchester United coming forward now, but that ball played up this near side again, looking for the run of Hannah Blundell, has gone behind for a throw to Arsenal. And can Arsenal find a way to win this game despite all the problems? It's going to be a throw on this near side, though. Arsenal's right. Laura Wainwright is going to take it. The Austrian defender, good throw up the line. It was to Gio, plays the ball forward, looking for Stina. Good defending, actually, from Mannion again, who's done pretty well defensively, even though she did miss that big chance. Maya Letitia now plays it out to Ona Battle over on that far side, closed down by Katerina Cole. She's got a tendency to chase the ball a little bit, Katerina Cole, hasn't she? Man United are coming forward now over on that far side. But good defensive play this time from Katerina Cole. Covers well, puts it out for a throw to Manchester United. Yeah, I think she's got to learn a little bit. She follows the ball sometimes a little bit too much, Katerina. But she's a young player. She's learning, and I'm sure she is going to be a great player. She's certainly very, very good with a ball at her feet. Very creative player. And let's hope it can be she can do something creative tonight to create a goal for us against all the odds. Really, it would be now, wouldn't it, if we were to win this game? But it's a throw to Manchester United over on that far side, taken quickly. And the ball's played back into the centre circle to Mannion. Offie Mannion plays the ball up this near side now, looking for Hannah Blundell. And she's forced back there. Good defending that time from Gio. And now the ball's all the way back to Mary Earps. This is good from Arsenal. We're not creating any chances yet, really, at all. Just one brief moment early on. But we're forcing some mistakes from Manchester United. We're putting them under some pressure and they're making mistakes. And that one there, Leah Gorton just kicked that ball out for a throw to Arsenal again on this near side, which Laura Wainwright is going to take when she gets the ball there off Gio. So Laura Wainwright with this throw for Arsenal on the near side. Arsenal's right. Throws it in to Frida Marnham. Just touches it on there, but there was no Arsenal player close enough to the ball. And Manchester United can pick up possession again. And they're now coming forward over on that far side with Ona Battel fires Nikita Paris. Dinks a ball forward up the line looking for Russo, but Ella Souza's there. She's going to let it run behind. Good defending there from the Brazilian. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. David says, I predict a draw in this game. Well, a draw wouldn't, at this moment in time, I don't think that'd be a bad result for Arsenal, would it, in the circumstances? The way the game's gone so far with the injury and whatever, we'd probably take a draw. But I still think we can win. We've got the quality in that final third to create some chances and get a goal. Anyway, lots of Wooben with a long ball over the top. It's a good ball over the top. Stina's looking to try and get herself in behind Manny, and she's done well, Stina. And this time she's going to win a throw. And she basically tells the linesman that very thing. And it is a throw. Laura Wainwright takes it, finds Stina again. Stina looks up for this game, you have to say. She's playing well. And that's a decent ball back as well to Leah Walty. Now she finds Rafaela Souza, plays out to the far side to Noel Moritz, playing left back tonight. That's a good ball forward, looking for the run there of Frida Marnham. Has taken the back by Manchester United. Frida Marnham's got to the byline, puts the ball back to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's still not clear by Manchester United. It is now. They look shaky at the back at times, United. We know if we can put them under pressure, surely that's a foul there by Alicia Russo. She pulled back Rafaela Souza. The referee has given Arsenal a free kick inside the centre circle. And Jonas isn't very happy about that. But big chance there for Arsenal. It was a mistake actually at the back. It looked like Maya Letitia let in Frida Marnham. A pullback just needed to be a little bit further back. Instead, it came a little bit too close to Manchester United defence. But they did manage to scramble the ball away. But Arsenal have got a free kick. But great play from Frida Marnham again, looking to get in behind that Manchester United defence. Lotta Woober Moy. John says there, since you mentioned it, I've been looking at the arms of the Arsenal players trying to find captain's armband. Still not. No, I haven't managed to figure it out either. Sort of Leo sort of threw it, didn't she? Really? Anyway, Stina's now in behind. Stina Blackstenius on this near side. Can she get a cross in? In fact, the linesman's given her offside. I'm not sure if she was there. She looked like she maybe ran in behind. We'll have to maybe see. It's the same linesman that Stina's had a couple of words with a bit earlier, actually, for throw-ins and stuff like that. Let's have a look. Oh, it was tight. It was very tight, but maybe she was just offside, perhaps. But we need to try and keep doing that. Get her in behind Stina, because she will cause problems. And she did get herself her first Arsenal goal against Manchester United, didn't she? That was at Meadow Particles last season. I'm still not quite sure who's got the armband, actually. Maybe Manu Zinsberger's got it, the goalkeeper, perhaps. She's the only player out on not on the actual sort of pitch, is she, so much. So I've not seen a player out there with it on. But anyway, I say because Leah was injured, she kind of threw it on the pitch. Emerson says Leah Walty has the armband. Does she? Okay, I've not seen it actually, but yeah, maybe she does. Leah Walty would have been my natural choice to have looked for. I just thought it would have probably been her. Anyway, it is a free kick to Manchester United as things stand at this moment in time. And we've played 32 minutes nearly here at Leigh Sports Village. It is Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0. But Arsenal certainly up against it in injury terms. So we'll see what the rest of this game can bring. Can Arsenal find a way to win as we did against Manchester United in our last game? Good defending there from Laura Wainwright. Finds Victoria Palova. Now it is with Leah Walty. Plays it forward to Katerina Call. This is good play from Arsenal. Leah Walty now over on that far side finds Noel Moritz. She plays the ball up the line. Not a good ball though. Looking for the run there of, I think it was Frida Marnham. And Manchester United have got the ball now. Looking for Russo up this near side. Good defending from Rafaela Souza. And good defending again from Noel Moritz. And Souza now plays the ball into Lotta Wubenmoy. And now it's back out to that far side to Rafaela Souza. Plays it back to Lotta. And now it's with Victoria Palova. He's sitting in that deeper position since Leah Williamson had to go off. It's her that's dropped in there, and she's done a good job there. It's very strong. Oh, surely that's a foul, referee. And a yellow card for Katie Zellem. It must be. Real late challenge there on Leah Walty. Katie Zellem doesn't look very happy. She has got a yellow card. The right decision there, referee. Had to be. Really late challenge that was there. Leah Walty got there. In fact, Leah Walty has got the armband on. We've just seen it there. Because the shirt's pink and there's a bit of pink on that as well on the armband, so it's difficult to see it, but it is Leah Walty, as we kind of thought it probably would be. And Leah Walty is now, in fact, Frida Marnham's gone down. We don't need any more injuries. Surely this can't be another bad injury. Frida Marnham has just gone down and needing some treatment. Let's hope it's nothing too serious and she can carry on. Because this is just getting ridiculous now, isn't it? Really, really ridiculous. This isn't looking good for Frida Marnham either. She's receiving some treatment on the pitch. Is it a hamstring problem? Stina is going over there to see how she is. I mean, if we lose Frida as well, we might as well give up and go home. This is just ridiculous. Not quite sure who would come on, actually, at this point in the game. Difficult to see. Is Steph Catley maybe? I don't know how fit Steph Catley is either. She's just back from an injury. In fact, it was a terrible foul, actually, from Katie Zellem. Really was a terrible foul. Leah Walters, luckily, she's not actually injured. It's actually Frida Marnham that's got injured. He wasn't even involved in that. She's getting some treatment on the pitch. Is it a hamstring injury? Is it a groin injury? Not too sure. Emerson says, full-time, Wolfsburg won 3-0, despite their top scorer not playing. Who are they playing, though? Who are they? I bet they weren't playing anyone any good, were they? Let's be honest. Come on. And it looks like it's going to be another substitution for Arsenal. Is that Jodie Taylor warming up? I think it might well be. Oh, no, it's not. It's Jen Beattie. Can anything else go wrong tonight for Arsenal? Seriously. This is ridiculous. It looks like Jen Beattie is going to be coming on. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here. Who's going to play in midfield? Surely Jen Beattie's not going to play in midfield, is she? Anyway, Frida is back on her feet again. Is she going to be able to continue? We certainly don't want to risk her getting injured anymore, do we? Than she already is. Jonas is just having a word with her saying, are you okay to go back on? The trainer's sort of saying perhaps she is just for the time being. We'll have to see. We certainly don't want her to get any more badly injured, do we? With the injuries that we've got already piling up. But, I mean, it looks as though Jen Beattie was the one warming up. Frida Marnham is coming back on. And let's hope she's going to be okay. Anyway, Lotta Wubenmoy is currently in possession for Arsenal. That long ball played forward again, looking for Stina Blackstenius getting in behind that Manchester United defence, but they do manage to clear that ball away. In fact, Stina is offside again. And Jonas is not very happy, as you would expect him not to be. He doesn't tend to be too happy with the officials most of the time, does he, Jonas? Bless him. Manchester United now are in possession, though, but Arsenal forcing them back, and it has gone back to Mary Earps in goal for Manchester. We played 36 minutes, but we haven't actually played 36 minutes of football, have we? Because it's been a very stop-starty game due to injuries. Anyway, suddenly Ella 2's got a little bit of space on this near side. Tried to play the ball up the line, and she's going to keep it in play herself, though. Ella 2 plays it square into the middle. Good play, actually, here from Manchester United. It's now with Russo on this near side. That cross comes in, well defended by Lotta Wubenmoy. And now Katerina calls she complete the clearance, but actually she doesn't. She took too long there. Anna Battel nipped in and almost put Arsenal under pressure. Ella Toon's got the ball again over on that far side. Arsenal looking a little bit disjointed. And I suppose not surprising when you look at what's gone on. David says there, how these teams are allowed to hurt our players time and again, I can't get. Well, yeah, I mean, the 2 injuries that we've had wasn't really on tackles, were they? They just seem to be unfortunate injuries, really. But that's the way it goes. And Emerson says there, Joysburg team second from bottom in Germany. Oh, there you go. I mean, if we were playing Leicester today or Brighton, I'm pretty sure we could rest half our team and still win 3-0. So I'm not reading too much into that. They did beat Bayern Munich 5, and of course at the weekend, which is a slightly different story, isn't it? But then we could have easily beat Bayern 5-0, couldn't we? In that quarter final at the Emirates, we absolutely dominated them. We had so many chances. Tonight, though, it's all about digging in, isn't it, here, and trying to get a result against the odds. And it does look as though it will be against the odds as well. But 38 minutes nearly on the clock. It is still Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. All the disruptions haven't helped with the flow of the game, actually. It started off really lively, didn't it? Both teams going for it. And then it certainly lost a little bit of spark. Excuse me, since that injury to Leigh Williamson. But Man United trying to come forward themselves. Good defensive header, though, from Laura Wainwrighter. And Victoria Palova can't keep the ball, and it's gone out for a throw to Manchester United. Hannah Blundell takes it, but Lotta Wouben-Moy steps in well there. Leah Walty wins it ahead of it. Does fall to Katie Zellum, looking to try to create something for Manchester United. But that ball isn't going to find Leah Galton. And it's going to run out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Laura Wainwrighter is going to take for Arsenal. Rajendra's in the chat. How you doing, Rajendra? He says, just tuned in. Rajendra says, it looks like the injuries now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got far too many injuries. Not ideal at all, is it? But anyway, we're trying to deal with this ball bouncing around over in that corner. But Gio was there, but it's gone off Alessia Russo. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Arsenal struggling to get about half at the minute, actually, it has to be said. But I'm sure we'll be fine. We just need to settle down a little bit. If you're enjoying the show, please give it a like. If you're enjoying the commentary and you're enjoying what we're doing here. And if you are new here, maybe you don't know quite, I'm not sure about us, have a look at some of the other stuff that we do. And please consider subscribing to the channel as well. It'd be good to have you on board with us here at Over and Over and Over again. Of course, we cover the women and we cover the men. And tonight it is all about the Arsenal women in this really big game at the top of the WSL. The ball's currently back there with Mary Earps. Plays it out to that far side. Now it's back with Mannion. He's got a little bit of time, but plays it back again to Maya Letizia over on that far side. Gets it back again. Mannion, Manchester United doing what they like to do. Play the ball out from the back, and now Arsenal trying to press a bit higher out the pitch. Frida Marnham seems to be all right now, which is good news. She seems to be moving a lot more freely. She was closing that ball down. Nikita Passage just lost possession for Manchester United, although she did manage to just win it back there off Leah Volti, and now it's with Mannion again, who's done well at the back. Mannion twisting and turning, plays the ball up this near side, looking for Ella Toon. Ella Toon plays it back again to Mannion, and she shuffles the ball out to Maya Letizia over on that far side. Maynard just passing it around at the back. We're into the last 5 minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. There's going to be at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, you would imagine. And again, Arsenal win the ball back high out the pitch there, that pressing. Oh, in fact, the referee's given a free kick against Victoria Palova. Not quite sure if that was actually a foul. But anyway, Manchester United have got the decision there. Hayley Ladd it was, who was judged to have been fouled. And Manchester United have taken this free kick. Mannion with this long ball up this near side. Is it going to be kept in by Leah Galton? It isn't. And it has been quite scrappy this last half an hour of this first half. Maybe unsurprisingly, when there's an injury, a serious injury to a player, it does tend to have an effect on the game, doesn't it? Just if you have just tuned in, Leah Williamson is the player that's been injured, had to go off for Arsenal. It looked a really bad injury, actually. She hobbled away, and that was after only 11 minutes. So Arsenal had to reorganise since then and not really come to terms with it yet. You have to say we've struggled to really create too many opportunities, although Man United haven't either, to be honest. It's been a pretty even game, a bit of a stalemate, really. When you look at the league table, probably you would say that is what you would have expected as well. But the ball is gone out of play on that far side. It's a throw to Arsenal. We're into the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, or of normal time anyway. I say there will be a fair chunk of stoppage time, you'd imagine. Leah Williamson's gone off injured. Frida Marnham was down injured as well for a few minutes a little while ago. Jonas is still not very happy. He's arguing with some of the Manchester United coaching staff there. You got to love Jonas. I mean, also coming forward now, Victoria Palova has done well again. She's had a really good game, Victoria Palova, tonight. Laura Wainwright plays the ball up this near side. Gio lays it off back again to Laura, plays it back, looking for Gio again. That ball's just slightly overhit. And Aof Mannions there again finds Leah Gorton on this near side. But that was good from Arsenal. Still not able to get in behind that Manchester United defence really and create a real big opportunity to score as yet. But we are coming down now to the final few minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. A bit of a drawn-out first half due to the injuries it's been. But Arsenal certainly played okay. We've kept ourselves in the game. And who knows, in the second half, maybe we can find something in front of goal and get all 3 points, which would be amazing in the circumstances. Frida Marnham comes across there, and the ball's gone out for a throw to Manchester United. Frida not very happy with that decision. The Norwegian, who's had a fantastic season for Arsenal, hasn't she? In fact, they're just showing there the injury. It was a sort of a foul on her, actually. Katie Zellum again, who's already been booked, actually, you have to say. Maybe a little bit fortunate there, actually. Anyway, Lotta Rubenmoy now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. She's having a good game as well. Decent ball over to that far side as well to Noel Moritz. Right-footed left back, of course, now. She finds Katarina Kool on that far side. Katarina Kool's managed to get the ball forward. This is good. It's with Frida Marnham. Can Arsenal get a goal before half-time? Frida Marnham on that far side. Shoots at the near post. Oh, maybe the cross would have been better. And it's straight in to the arms of goalkeeper Mary Earps. That was good from Arsenal. Really good attack that was down that far side. Katarina Kool played the ball up the line to Frida Marnham. Had a little bit of space. Gio was on the far post there, and she's gone for the near post shot when maybe a cross or pullback would have been a better option. We are now into the final minute of the first half. Well, certainly the first half of normal time. I say there's going to be a chunk of stoppage time. We're expecting, I would say maybe 6 or 7 minutes even, as much as that, because the game was held up for a couple of times, wasn't it? Man United now coming forward up this near side. Hannah Blundell, great defending though from Gio. In fact, the referee doesn't like it and has given a free kick. See, we're winning the ball. And the referee's giving free kicks. That's a yellow card for Gio as well there. That's very harsh. Whereas Man United have committed quite a few fouls on our players and they've just had that one booking. And Gio's just got herself a booking as well there for that foul on Hannah Blundell. I mean, she did well there, Gio. I mean, he probably was a foul. I don't think you could really argue if it was a foul or not, but is that a yellow card? I don't think it was. Daniel says there, who can win this game? Any prediction? Well, either team could still win it. It's 0-0. I think Arsenal might just sneak it, maybe. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time, by the way, at the end. Jot says they're easy to say when we're not in the position, but surely the through ball to the near post would have led to a good job. No, exactly, yeah. It wasn't the right decision, was it? And sometimes, we love Frida. She had a great season, but sometimes she does make those poor decisions when she gets into the final third. And she did there. She tried a shot at the near post when pulling it back or just drilling it across the 6-yard box. Stina was in there. Gio was coming at the far post. You never know, do you? Anything can happen if you play a ball like that across. And in the end, she perhaps made the one decision that was not going to lead to a goal, really, because it was far too easy for Mary Earps. Anyway, Hannah Blundell's getting some treatment now. So although 5 minutes of stoppage time has come up, there's going to be a bit more now, you would say, following that incident there with Gio, which, it probably was a foul, to be fair. Is it worth a yellow card when some of the other fouls that we've seen? I would say probably not, if I'm honest. But anyway, it's been given as a foul and it was given as a yellow card. And Hannah Blundell has now had to just briefly go off, having received treatment. So we're going to get some more stoppage times. This first half is going to look like it's going to go on forever, doesn't it? But it will be half-time soon. Let's hope that we haven't conceded a goal. Daniel says there, what is the possession like? I don't know what the exact stats are yet. We'll find out at half-time. But I think Man United have probably had more possession. There's a free kick played into the box, a dangerous ball. Arsenal don't really deal with it particularly well. Lotta Rubenmoy manages to head it clear. And now Frida Marnham's trying to get it clear over on that far side. Great play actually from Frida Marnham again. She's having a great game, as we said before, and finds Leah Walty, and then Rafaela Souza completes the clearance. Good play this is from Arsenal, actually, from what looked like a dangerous situation. Now we've got a counter-attack. That's a foul. That's got to be a yellow card as well, ref. Hayley Ladd it was there. She's complaining. She can't really have too many complaints there. If Gio just got a yellow card for the foul that she just made, surely that's got to be a yellow card. Come on, referee. Get your yellow card out. That'd be silly. Is she going to book her or not? I think she's got to. Yeah, she has got a yellow card out. That's fair enough. You can't really argue with that. It was worse than the foul that we just committed there. Terry says, how is that not a card? Well, it is a card. Hayley Ladd it is with it. Possession stats, 60s Man United, 40 Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, that's probably, I'd say Man United have had more possession. Definitely. Terry says, well done, ref, indeed. I mean, that is a clear foul. She claims she got the ball, Hayley Ladd, but she clearly didn't. And it was a foul. Arsenal somehow managed to lose this ball. Ella Toon plays it into the box. Good defensive header from Leah Walty. And Arsenal trying to come forward now with Frida Marnham. We just want to try and hang on to half time, actually, and we can regroup a little bit because we're looking a little bit ragged at times in this first half. That cross comes in. Good defending from Noel Moritz there, actually. And Hayley Ladd is trying to get herself in there, but good defensive play again from Gio. And the tackles are certainly flying in this game. Ella Toon's gone down again for Manchester United. So it's certainly a full-blooded game, this, isn't it? You can't sort of argue about that, really. There hasn't been a lot of great football played. Very, very scrappy. Batel's ball there to Hannah Blundell, but she can't keep it in. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We've played 3.5 minutes of the 5, but there's going to be a little bit more. This first half might be going on for quite some time yet. And it's not been the best game of football, if we're totally honest. It had a really bright start, didn't it? Both teams looking to attack, looking to create some chances. But I do think that injury to Leah Williamson has certainly disrupted the flow and the rhythm of the game. That's maybe been the thing that's had that impact. A good defensive header from Lotta Wooben-Way, actually, just a moment ago from that free kick. Arsenal struggled a little bit to get it clear, but good defensive play from Lotta, who's had a very solid game tonight. Not getting many chances for England, is she? But she's showing what a great player she can be when she's on form. Anyway, Hayley Ladd now for Manchester United. We played 4.5 minutes of stoppage time. Daniel says, I'm a Manchester United big fan, so being a big fan for the ladies is just by default. Well, of course, yeah, you can, if you support the men's team, support the women's team. That's what we do on this channel. We're big Arsenal men's fans and we're big Arsenal women's fans. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Supporting your team and your club. Anyway, the ball's now back with Mary Earps, the Manchester United goalkeeper. She finds Mannion, who's had a decent first half for Manchester United, you have to say as well. She finds Maya Letitia, plays it to Una Batel over on that far side, and Nikita Paris now into Ella Toon. We've played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's just now whatever else is going to be added on. I'm guessing another minute or so at least, you would say. And Arsenal just really want to try and get to half time because we've got very, very scrappy. And Nikita Paris now on that far side pulls the ball back. It's a good ball to Russo. And Russo scored in stoppage time at the end of the first half. It was looking as though we were getting very stretched there. And it's Nikita Paris with the assist. She pulled the ball back. And it is Russo. Who else? With the finish. It had to be Russo, didn't it? And Arsenal now have got it all to do. Not only have we got to struggle with the injuries, we have now got to find a way to come back from a goal behind. Alicia Russo it is with the goal. We were talking about her before the game. It is in stoppage time at the end of this first half. In fact, we played 5.5 minutes. It was Nikita Paris pulled the ball back, and it is Russo that's put it in the net. Daniel says, is that a United goal? It is indeed a Manchester United goal. Alicia Russo with it. Simple finish, really. Good play from Nikita Paris, you have to say. Got to the byline, pulled it back into the right area there for Russo to come onto on the penalty spot. And she's finished in good style. And Terry says 1-0. And in fact, there goes a half-time whistle. We didn't even have time to restart the game. We just had to see that through, didn't we? We had to see that through till half-time. Just that last attack. And we've come unstuck, and it is a goal to Manchester United, and they lead 1-0 at the break. Very, very scrappy game, it have to be said. The wind isn't helping. The injury to Leigh Williamson hasn't helped the game either. And at half-time, it is Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0, and not the result that we were wanting. And it's going to be doubly difficult now, isn't it, for Arsenal, with another injury and a goal behind as well. Not really what we wanted there. Terrible time to concede a goal as well, wasn't it? Right on the stroke of half-time. Man, I haven't really created a lot, have they, at all? We were just looking a little bit ragged there as we approached half-time. Our shape wasn't very good. Manchester United were looking a little bit more likely. And, of course, the goal arrived very late, the very last kick of that first half. Daniel says, oh, yes, and Ewan says, Russo. Well, yeah, hopefully next season we'll be cheering at some Alessia Russo goals a little bit more than we could tonight when she's playing for Arsenal. But anyway, it was a well-taken goal. It was well made from Nikita Paris, but from a defensive perspective from Arsenal, really, really not very good. And unless we manage to find some way back in the second half of this game, I think that's the WSL dream over with for another season, I'm afraid. I can't see us winning the league if we lose this game. But there's still 45 minutes left. It's been a very, very difficult first half that for Arsenal. We did pretty well. We had one or two moments, but in the circumstances, I guess it was just a matter of trying to see that through to half-time at 0-0 and hope for the best. Daniel says, who has more wins between these two when they meet? It's been quite even, actually. I think it's 4 wins to Arsenal, 3 to Manchester United and 1 draw. Obviously, tonight it could be 4 wins each. Man United, of course, did win at the Emirates earlier this season by 3 goals to 2. It was 1-0 at half-time then as well, actually, which was quite good. David says there, thanks for the lively comments. No problem at all. If you're enjoying it, please give us a like. Please consider subscribing as well. They're just showing a few highlights here. Not that there was many highlights. I just showed a goal, actually. Too much space there for Nikita Paris. And that's what I mean. You see, you get into those areas, right? And that's what we maybe haven't done particularly well is make the right decisions when we've got the ball into the penalty area. And Nikita Paris made the right decision there. She pulled the ball back to a great area. You see, our defensive line was all over the place. Laura Wainwright was far too deep. And then she couldn't get in there to make the block either. So it was poor defensive play from Arsenal round, really. Katarina Cole maybe not quite used to the defensive side of her game as well. Noel Moritz there couldn't get back. And it was a good pullback from Nikita Paris and a decent finish with her right foot from Russo. And really, there's not much happened in that first half in terms of football, has there? I say the big talking point is the injury to Leigh Williamson. And I'm sure we will find out a little bit later on exactly the extent of that. Let's hope it isn't too bad, really. But anyway, yeah. Just a small point, which maybe might not be too important to most people. They've got 3 female presenters presenting the game tonight on the BBC, which is great. Alex Scott, Farrah Williams, and I can't see who the other one is, actually. Oh, it's Jill Flaherty, which is great. So why can't we, when we're covering a men's game, ever have 3 men doing it? You've always got to have a female in there. And, you shouldn't have to have, should you, really? But anyway, just a small point there. It's good that they've got 3 women covering this game. That's how it should be. They're just showing a Leigh Williams injury again, which it looks like a nothing injury because it didn't look like a challenge on her particularly. But she's gone down. She knew straight away it was bad. You could see she knew straight away it was bad. She's not had a good couple of weeks, has she? She had the absolutely disaster for England the other week. Scoring that own, conceding that goal and then scoring an own goal in the second half against Australia. And now she's just got this injury. Let's just hope and pray it's not too bad. Really hope and pray it's not too bad. Not only for Arsenal for the rest of the season, but for the World Cup as well. Imagine no Beth Mead for England, no Leigh Williamson going into that World Cup. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? It really would. And how would England cope and be able to win a competition without 2 of their best players? Going to be really tough, isn't it? And there's a few injuries as well with other players. Millie Bright, is she going to be fit to play the World Cup at this moment in time? We can't really say, can we? Because she's still not fit again. So, yeah, I think maybe the last couple of years, we mentioned it on the show, didn't we, last week, about the pressure on the players, both physically and mentally. And you can see by the injuries that's happening that it's an issue. It's a serious problem, and it does need to be looked at. And we need to find a way to make sure we can manage these situations better in the future, so these players aren't picking up these injuries all the time. I mean, this season has been terrible, isn't it? I mean, not just for Arsenal. Yes, we're worried about Arsenal. Of course we are. And our injuries obviously are much more damaging as far as we're concerned. But, throughout the women's game, there's been a lot of serious injuries this season. And, yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Anyway, if you remember, in our last game, we were 1-0 down against Manchester City, at half-time. We never looked like we were going to get back into the game. We'd lost Caitlin Fall to injury, and then we came back and won 2-1. So let's still have hope in this second half that we can repeat that in this game as well. It's certainly not going to be easy. Brighton 2, Everton 0 is the latest score in the other game in the WSL tonight. I think Jota was giving us that score earlier. That is the game's obviously still going on, and of course we are 1-0 down at half time against Manchester United in a game that is probably going to decide the title. We would be 6 points behind Manchester United, just that one game in hand, and we'd be 2 points behind Chelsea, having played a game more. So whatever happens in the second half, we cannot afford to lose this game, not only for the title race, because of course the title race is what we want to try and win, but to get into that top 3 for Champions League qualification, a defeat here tonight would be really, really make it even more difficult for that situation as well, wouldn't it? So, but we've got 45 minutes left. I'll say we managed to find a way against Manchester United, Manchester City in our last game. Can we find a way here against Manchester United tonight? We haven't created anything really in that first half. So, Jota says there, I think the Brighton game is 15 minutes in front. Yeah, I think it probably is. Kicked off at 7 o'clock, didn't it? I think. But yes, we need to find something in the second half, don't we? We really do, to try to get something from this game. I'm sure we'll all take a draw now, wouldn't we? 100% we would, with the way this game's gone. But there is still 45 minutes left. And who knows, anything can happen in 45 minutes of football, as we know. So let's see what is going on. We'll have a look on the BBC website, shall we? Just go through what them stats were in that first half. So let's have a look. Have they got any stats on here? Not sure if they have. Have they got the stats? I don't think they've got stats here. I'm looking for the no, I can't find any. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. 62% possession for Manchester United, 38 for Arsenal. Man United have had 4 shots on target. 4 shots, 1 on target. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target. And there's been no corners, actually. No corners from either side in that first half, which is unusual, isn't it? Not to have 1 corner. I say the game got a little bit scrappy, didn't it, after that injury to Leigh Williamson, if we're honest. So that is something that we do need to try to do better, don't we, next in the second half, really. Create a few more chances, make better decisions in that final third. And if we can get 2 or 3 chances, hopefully we can find a goal from somewhere. We did, of course, come from behind against Manchester United at the Emirates to lead 2-1 at one point. Now, of course, we did end up losing the game, but let's see what happens. Still a long way to go in this game, of course, as we know. So plenty of time for Arsenal to get a goal back. And who knows, if we can get the equaliser early enough in the game, anything can happen. My worry is we haven't really got a lot on the bench, have we, in terms of goals? Jodie Taylor potentially can probably do a job for 25 minutes. Michelle Aubameyang maybe. She's got herself a goal this season for us in the FA Cup. Maybe she could be the player to come on and get the goal that we need. But yeah, we need something in the second half from somewhere, whether it's a player in the starting lineup or a player who's going to come off the bench. We need to find something from somewhere, and certainly it is not going to be easy at all. But I think Man United defensively have looked a little bit shaky at times in that first half. If we can get them, if we can put enough pressure on them, I'm pretty certain that we can find a goal from somewhere. But we need something special, don't we, in this second half? We really do. And let's hope that we can find it, because it's what we need. Anyway, let's see what happens in the second half. They just do a little feature on Alessia Russo. Of course, it's her goal that separates the sides in this game. She didn't have much. She didn't have many opportunities, did she? There, but she took the one that came to her, and she took it really well as well. So, not what we wanted, but there's still time, isn't there? As the sun starts to go down, the floodlights are on at the Leigh Sports Village as we look forward to the start of this second half. We are going to have to see what happens, aren't we? Can Arsenal find a goal, a way to keep ourselves hanging into that title race with a point tonight? We'll have to see. But yeah, we need to find something in that second half, don't we? Something special, something from nowhere. And someone's going to step up and be the hero for Arsenal tonight. Who is it going to be? We shall see very, very soon, I'm sure. But yeah, not a great first half from an Arsenal perspective, especially when you look at the injury that we've got to Leah Williamson as well. Jota says their lack of pace on the bench might be a concern. Yeah, I don't like they play a high line when attacking, in my opinion. Yeah, they do, yeah. I mean, we don't have a lot of attacking option on the bench at all, do we? I mean, Jodie Taylor, she can come on and do a job, I'm sure, for 20 minutes. And we're probably going to need her to do that, aren't we? Michelle Aubameyang, very young and raw. Who knows? Maybe she could be the player to come off the bench and do something special for us tonight. But yeah, other than that, we don't have a lot of attacking threat, do we? Maybe stick Jem Beattie on up front for 10 minutes at the end. I'm sure Terriers love that. Anyway, Steph Catley has got stripped and looks like she's coming on. She's putting her shin pads on. She's in the pink kit. So Steph Catley's going to be coming on for this second half, actually, which is quite interesting. Not quite sure who's going off yet. Is it Frida Marnham? Because she did have that injury, didn't she, in the first half? Or are we just going to change shape a little bit? Is Noel Ritz coming off? She did get caught out for the goal there. Of course, it's not a natural position, is it, playing left back? Manchester United are now back out on the pitch again, ready for the start of this second half. Arsenal are making this adjustment to the team, which is going to see Steph Catley coming on first game back in the team since her injury that she got a few weeks ago. So just as one player goes off injured, we get another player back. And that seems to be the tail of it at the moment for us, doesn't it? Really, we're not able to keep a fully fit squad at this moment in time. But anyway, Steph Catley is coming on. And let's hope that she can get into the game quickly. Who knows? Maybe she can make the difference. She scored a couple of good goals, isn't she? I personally found Russo's celebration a little bit interesting when she scored the goal. She didn't overly celebrate, did she? In fact, Jem Beattie's on as well, and Steph Catley. So are we completely changing shape? Are we going three at the back with Jem Beattie, Lotta, and Rafaela Souza? Is Steph Catley going to be pushing on down that left-hand side, playing more of an attacking role? How are we going to be doing this? Let's see who's gone off first. First of all, I'm assuming Frida Marnham's gone off because she did pick up that injury. So let's probably assume it's her that's going to be one of the players to go off. And I don't know who else has gone off. Is it Noel Moritz, perhaps? Or is it Laura Wainwrighter and Noel Moritz has gone across to right back? We're not quite sure yet, but Jem Beattie's on and Steph Catley's on, but we're not quite sure who's gone off. We'll soon find out, I'm sure. Let's have a look and see. We're just off and underway in the second half. Arsenal taking a goal to our left, and we need not quite a miracle, but we need something quite special, don't we, if we're going to get something out of this game. John says, do half-time subs work like in men's game where they don't count as one of the 3 chances to make? So I'm not sure, actually. I'm assuming it'd be the same. So, yeah, I'd assume so. I'd assume it works the same, yeah. And Manchester United on the front foot straight away over on that far side. Obviously, a second goal would definitely kill us off, wouldn't it? Katie Zellum in possession for Manchester United. Plays the ball forward to Ella Toon. Gets it back again. Katie Zellum. A little bit of space. Pings the ball out to that far side. But that's a good defensive header from Noel Moritz, who's still on. So I think it's Laura Wainwright who's probably gone off. And Noel Moritz has gone across to play at right back. I must admit, Laura Wainwright has not been quite as effective in the team, has she, in the second half of the season as she was in the first half. She was brilliant, wasn't she, earlier in the season? But anyway, missed kick there from Lotta Rubenmoy. Chance there for Russo again. Good save that was there from Manu Zinsberg. Arsenal nearly committing suicide at the start of the second half there. Terrible bit of defending, but now we can come forward. There's a little bit of space here for Victoria Palova. Plays the ball square to Frida Marnham. She's still on the pitch anyway. And now Stina Blackstone's got a lot of space over on this far side. If we can get the ball across, she has put it across to Stina. Can she pull it back? She was stretching there, Stina. Victoria Palova made a run in the middle. That was a great break there from Arsenal. Stina needed the ball placed a little bit earlier, actually. And by the time it came to this, she was always stretching at that far post. She's never going to score from there, maybe trying to pull it back. Trying to figure out who else has gone off then, because Jem Beattie's on and Steph Catley's on, but not quite sure. It was a decent cross, actually, but she was at full stretch. If she could have only pulled that across, Victoria Palova would have been in there. It was Lotta Rubenmoy with a miss kick just before that, which almost let Russo in. Good save, actually, from Manu Zinsberger. What could have been 2-0 was almost 1-1 at the other end. Good save from Zinsberger, that was there. Had to be alert there, the Austrian goalkeeper. She did well. We're still trying to find out who the other player to go off is, because I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, Leah Waltzy's done well there for Arsenal and plays the ball forward. Almost put Victoria Palova in there. Good defending, actually, it was from Maya Letitia. Cut that ball out. At least not having the problems with the sun and the camera anymore in this second half. Man United now coming forward over on this near side. Nikita Paris played the ball forward, looking for Russo, but Jem Beattie's there. Plays it back to Manu Zinsberger now. She kicks it out to Leah Waltzy. Closed down there quite quickly by Ella Toon, but she managed to get it out to Hafa Ella Souza on this near side. Arsenal seem to have changed shape. It looks as though Steph Catley's pushing on. We've got three at the back and pushing the fullbacks on. Lotta Rubenmoy plays that ball forward there, looking for Gio there. She got a nice touch there, Gio. Yeah, Jota just told us, calls the other sub off. Now it's Brighton 2, Everton 1. Yeah, cool. Yeah, she didn't have much impact on that game, did she, in that first half? I thought defensively she wasn't great either. Still very young, of course. It is her that's gone off. Yeah, you're right. And Gio's just got winded there, I think, but she's going to be okay, I'm sure. She's had a decent game, Gio, actually. She's worked really hard. And she tried to get in the way there, but she was then caught by Mannion, it was. And it is a Manchester United ball over on that far side. But that was a good counter-attack there from Arsenal just a few moments ago. One of the rare occasions when we've got the ball forward at pace. We just couldn't quite, again, get that final decision-making right. Could be in the final third. It was a good cross, actually, from from Victoria Palova over on that far side. And there's been a free kick there. Rafaela Souza it was. Gave that away on Nikita Paris. She does like to roll around a lot, doesn't she, Nikita Paris? She's always done that. When she was with Arsenal, she did it, but we didn't tend to mind too much. But she's just done it again there. She was touched. I mean, it wasn't much of a foul, was it? Let's be honest. Just stood on her foot, which happens all the time, doesn't it? Anyway, she's back up again, and that ball's played in, looking to get Ella Toon in behind. Good defending, though, from Steph Catley. Great to see her back. And there we go. NA says there we are in trouble against Wolfsburg. Well, we're not playing Wolfsburg yet. Let's wait and see. Still got a few days left. Jota says they can't claim credit for noticing. Had to check BBC website. Oh, right, okay. Well, it doesn't matter as long as we got there in the end. But yeah, it is Katerina Cole. She didn't have a particularly good first half, I didn't think. Anyway, Gio now is having a good game. battling away for the ball again in midfield, but she couldn't quite find the pass forward for Stina, and Frida Marlin was shouting for it as well. But after actually we're looking a little bit more lively at the start of the second half. Actually, we've come out with a bit between our teeth, looking to try to find a way back into this game. We know how important it is to try and get a goal back, and get something from this game. I think, a draw is not ideal in the circumstances. We probably really need to win, but I don't think we can complain too much if we only got a draw, especially in the circumstances. Steph Catley battling away for the ball there, but Manchester United come away with it. Frida Marnham getting involved there, and Leah Walty as well. But Manchester United have got clear. And Arsenal now again, Leah Walty plays the ball forward into the feet of Stina Blackstone. She's done really well, and then pings the ball out to that far side. It wasn't necessarily a great ball, but lots of Ruben can get there. Plays it into Frida Marnham. Just overhit that pass over on that far side. Terry says, sorry, just had to pick our woman up from the station. Have I missed anything? Not really. A couple of substitutions. Jen Beattie's on. She came on at half time, and I know you'll be pleased about that. And also, Steph Catley's on as well. And Laura Wainwright has gone off, and Katerina Call's gone off as well. So we've changed almost like a three at the back, it seems, pushing the two fullbacks on. Noel Moritz has gone over to play right back, and Steph Catley's come on to play obviously left back, or left wing back probably more. So Gio, they're trying to get forward over on that far side. Clearance more up than out, and Arsenal win their header again. Terry says, super Jen. Well, let's hope she's going to be super in the second half. She certainly needs something. We need something from somebody. That's a good touch from Rafaela Souza. Finds Steph Catley, but closed down quickly there actually by Honor Batal it was. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal though on this near side. 52 minutes played. It is Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. It hasn't been the greatest game. In fact, from a footballing perspective, it's been quite disappointing. But even more disappointing from an injury perspective as well. Stina's just given away a free kick there as well. And it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. Arsenal need to find something, don't we, in this second half from somewhere. Not quite sure where it's going to come from, if we're totally honest. It's certainly not going to come from the bench, is it now? You wouldn't imagine. Jodie Taylor's perhaps the only hope later on. But I can't see her coming on until at least 20 minutes to play. Anyway, there's a Mary Ertz with that free kick forward. And Steph Catley there wanted Manu Zinsberger to come for that, and she didn't. So she kicked it out for a throw instead. Took control there, the Australian. So great to see her back in this team. NA says their international break came at the wrong time for us. It did. There's too many international breaks anyway, isn't there, as we know? But yeah, it did come at the wrong time for us. You're right. Not only with the momentum side of things that we'd built up, but also now with the injuries as well. And we've looked quite disjointed in this game. It has to be said. It hasn't been the greatest performance, but we're keeping ourselves in it, aren't we? And I say we do have the quality up front to score a goal or two, and we just need to find something from somewhere and get ourselves back in this game. And then who knows? Maybe we can go on even to win it. Anyway, we're coming forward now on that far side. Lots of Wuba Moy plays the ball up the line. It's not a bad ball, actually. Stina's going to chase this, but Mannian's there again, who's defended well. Plays it back to Mary Earps. Oh, she went a little bit too long there, Mary Earps, but she got away with it. Manchester United now trying to play it out from the back. We know that's what they're going to try and do. Comes to Una Batel on this near side. Can Arsenal find something in this second half and find a way back into this game? Batel plays the ball square to Katie Zellum, gets it back again. Manchester United bringing the ball forward, playing some nice football now. Nikita Paris on this near side, plays the right line to Ella Toon. Surely she's offside. She is offside. Wasn't a great cross anyway. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Better line that was there, though, from Arsenal. And Ella Toon was offside. She looked offside. Looked a fairly straightforward decision for the linesman there. Rafaela Souza stepped up. And, yeah, she was quite a long way offside, wasn't she? And an easy decision that was for the linesman there. A couple of tight ones in the first half with Stina, but that one there was not much doubt about. That was there. Anyway, the ball's now back with the goalkeeper, Manu Zinsberger. Plays out to that far side. Lotta Ruben Moy finds Leah Walty, plays it square to Jen Beattie. And Arsenal now trying to play out from the back as well. Robertson in the chat, he says, "Hi guys, late arrival." No worries, mate. As long as you're here now and you're well, that's the main thing. Arsenal now coming forward. That's a good ball out line for Steph Catley. In fact, it's flagged up for offside, and it hasn't. We still play on. She didn't seem to want to take the ball forward there, Steph Catley, for some reason. Anyway, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. We've played 10 minutes of this second half. Anyway, it is going to be a throw to Arsenal this near side. Steph Catley is going to take it. And let's see if Arsenal can find an opportunity to score a goal from this. Stina Blackstairs has done well. Finds Steph Catley, gets it back again. Stina turns away. She's had a good game, Stina. Can she find a pass here? She has. It's gone to Lotta Wooben-Moy. Plays the ball forward into the feet there of Victoria Palo. Sorry, to Gio. Now it's played up. This is good play from Arsenal. Frida Marnham trying to get in over on that far side. Good defending though from Manchester United, but Arsenal want to throw better from Arsenal. It really is. Robert says, blasted flu. Yeah, not another one. Everyone seems to be having flu lately, don't they? Hopefully, I've had my dose. I had it in February time, so hopefully that's me done now for the next few years. Hope so. Anyway, it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal again over on that far side. Much better though. Rajendra says Arsenal playing much better. No, you're right. Yeah, I was just saying that myself. We are playing much better at the start of the second half. We're taking the game much more to Manchester United. We're still not really creating any clear opportunities yet. Mary Earps hasn't had a save to make. Stina though inside the box. Now it's with Noel Moritz over on that far side. She's not got nowhere to go, so she plays it back to Gio. Gets it back again. Noel Moritz keeps possession. Cross comes in from Lotta Wooben-Moy. Not a great cross, but not a great clearance either for Manchester United. But they do get away with that one. And now they've got a chance of a counter-attack. NA says Russo is to Arsenal what Sam Kerr is to Arsenal. Well, I don't know. She's only scored 2 goals against Arsenal, Russo, hasn't she? So it's not like Sam Kerr who scored about 500. Anyway, let's see if we can find a goal. Steph Catley on this near side plays the ball in to Victoria Plover. She's done really well again, Victoria. Lovely ball as well to Frida Minor coming forward. Frida, she's going to try a shot from distance. She scored at the Emirates in this fixture. Plays it into Stina Blackstairs inside the box. It's given us offside. Maybe Frida Minor should have tried a shot then because it kind of opened up in front of her. And maybe a shot would have been a good option there. Certainly opened up for her there. But Stina was just offside. Frida again maybe took too long to decide it. She either needed to shoot or pass that ball earlier. And she took too long. And in the end, it came to nothing. But a great tackle just a moment ago there from Rafaela Souza on Alessia Russo. And she's looking solid as usual, isn't she? Rafaela Souza, what a brilliant signing she's proved to be for Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic player. Jem Beattie wins a header. That ball's played forward. And Victoria Plover was looking to try and get in behind, but good defending again from Mannion. Gets the ball back to goalkeeper Mary Earps, but it's got out for a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. Arsenal trying to get the pressure on. And Mary Earps has kicked that out for a throw to Arsenal. Thrown forward to Stina Blackstenius. Battling away for the ball again. It falls to Gio. Thought about a cross, instead plays it back again to Lotta Wooben-Moy. Goes into the box, deflected. Doesn't quite fall there to Noel Moritz, who got herself quite far forward. But Rafaela Souza steps in for Arsenal. Great feat from her, but Russo steps in and wins the ball back for Manchester United. And it's now with Leah Galton over on that far side. Plays the ball up the line. Easily cut out, though, by Lotta Wooben-Moy, who's had a great game, you have to say. NA says that Russo scored 4 goals against Arsenal in 4. Has she? When did she? No, she did score in that cup game last season, didn't she? Did she score in the 1-1 draw in the league as well? That would be 3, though, because she didn't score in last season's game. Oh, yeah, she scored at the Emirates, didn't she? I think she scored 3 in the last 4, hasn't she? And then today, 4 in 5 then. Anyway, Lotta Wooben-Moy plays the ball forward. It's coming to the penalty area. Oh, it was a shot there from Gio. Always, in fact, Victoria Palover, always, she was stretching there, Victoria Palover, and she couldn't keep that shot down. We've played nearly an hour of this game. It is still Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. That goal at the very end of the first half from Alessia Russo. And Victoria Palover there trying to get her first WSL goal for Arsenal, but fired that one into the stand behind the goal. Always off balance, she was there. But it's been a good response from Arsenal in this second half. You have to say, despite everything going against us, we're playing a lot better now. And we have had 1 or 2 chances. Can we find a goal? Noel Ritz has won the ball back over on that far side. Arsenal coming forward again. Frida Marnham's ball there just over hit though. It's not going to get Gio in. He's going to be a goal kick instead to Manchester United. We have got half an hour left in this game to try to find what would be an absolutely crucial equalising goal. Kim Little and Katie McCabe in the stands. How we could have done with those two playing tonight. Well, that's a poor clearance though from Mary Earps, and Arsenal now in possession. Steph Catley on this near side. The ball played forward into the edge of the box to Leah Walty. Comes back out to Victoria Plover. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in towards the far post. It's going to fall into the box for Stina Blackstenius. Oh, the shot's blocked again from Mannion. She's been a wall at the back for Manchester United tonight, you have to say. Great block that was there. And Manchester United now can get the ball clear. And it's with Jem Beattie, plays it forward again. In fact, the referee has given a free kick for a foul there on Alessia Russo, I think it is. And it's going to be another yellow card. I think that's going to be for Victoria Plovers. I didn't see who actually it was that committed that foul. But anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Manchester United. Well, in fact, it was Gio who's already been booked. Robert says there, cheers, Rich, multitasking tonight, and your commentary is spot on compared to the guy who is paid. Well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's the way it goes, isn't it? We're just looking at that chance again. Stina Blackstenius, it was with a shot there. It was, that would have probably gone in there. Mannion again, a great piece of defending from her. But Manchester United trying to play it out from the back. They're causing themselves a few problems here, actually. NA says they won in a Conti Cup, yeah. One in a 1-1 a few days later. The winning goal at the Emirates and won today. Yeah, but she didn't score in the 2-0. We won 2-0, didn't we, away last season? She didn't score out, did she? Regina says, we're playing much better. We are. And Lenny says, it's amazing for me. I'm not able to stream the game in Switzerland, but I'm able to hear the match. Thank you. No worries at all. Please give us a like and subscribe. And that would be much appreciated. Anyway, Arsenal got a corner. The first corner of the game. 62 minutes played. Frida Marnham's going to take this. Can Arsenal get the equaliser? Towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Mary Earps punches it, not very much distance on it. And Ella Toon's header is going to find Russo, who just boots it away into the stand over on that far side. Terry says, Man U falling apart. Not exactly falling apart, but they're certainly making mistakes at the back. And that was a good corner, actually. And Mary Earps there with the punch away. She did well, actually, under a bit of pressure there, Mary Earps, to be fair. She didn't get a lot of distance on the punch, but she managed to get something on it, which was important. And Arsenal now been the much better team in the second half. You have to say we've pinned Manchester United back. And we just need to find a little bit of quality in the final third, don't we? If we're going to find a way to get something from this game. We've certainly been a lot better in this second half, you have to say. But football and results are all about goals. And so far, we haven't managed to find a goal, have we? Even despite us playing much better. But anyway, it's a free kick now to Manchester United over on that far side. Mary Earps is going to take this, and she's probably going to go long. It's midway inside the Manchester United half. Mary Earps all in blue. Going to take this free kick. Goes long towards the Arsenal half. Headed out there by Jem Beattie. Good header by her. And the second header is won by Lotta Woober-Moy. Arsenal playing a lot better, as we said, but still trailing by that 0-0. And that result will not be good for us in terms of the title, will it at all? Manchester United, though, coming forward again over on that far side. Jem Beattie's there, though. Good clearance again from her. She's played well in the second half, Jem Beattie, actually. She's been very solid. And she just cleared that one away. Manchester United now trying to come forward. A clearance over by Lotta Woober-Moy towards Stina. But actually, Arsenal going to pick up the loose ball. It finds Stina again. Good play from Stina. And she's done well, actually, to win the ball back. The ball's played out to that far side, looking for the run of Gio. But Hannah Blundell's there. Gets it back to Mary Earps. Arsenal just haven't quite managed to find a way to break this Manchester United defence down, have we? Mary Earps now goes long with that second ball. Russo's there. Nice touch from her. NA says there, dual award winner on Sunday. No. Not. She can score if she wants, but we're going to score. Well, that was a little bit of a loose back pass, actually, from Lotta Woober-Moy, but Manu was out well. And then Jem Beattie gives it back to the Arsenal goalkeeper. And then she plays up this near side to Rafaela Souza. Quite a little bit of pressure there, Rafaela Souza, by Nikita Paris. And Sousa in the end just gets the ball back to goalkeeper Zinsberger again. Now it's over on that far side to Lotta. Wouba-Moy plays it forward to Gio. Nice turn from Gio. Nice run this from Gio. Just lays the ball off to Noel Moritz over on that far side. Noel Moritz does well. And then surely she's fouled. The referee is going to give a free kick to Arsenal, of course. It was Leah Galton there. Didn't seem very happy. Jonas again wants to get involved, as he likes to do. He's held back by one of his coaching staff there, actually. Probably sensible decision, or he'd have got himself another yellow card. Anyway, Lotta Wouba-Moy is going over to have a word with Leah Galton, as if to say it's clearly a free kick. Now the referee is speaking to her as well. Not sure if she's going to get a yellow card for that particular offence. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. That is the most important thing. It was clearly a foul there. Noel it's just got ahead of her there, got the ball away, and she's fouled. I don't know what she's complaining about. NA says there, Cool and Gio are great prospects, but still raw. They did, yeah. Lily says, did Leah get injured? She did, yeah. Just 11 minutes in, looked quite a serious injury as well. We don't know exactly how serious yet, but she had to go off, hobbled off. Didn't look great for Leah, unfortunately. We'll find out more, I'm sure, in due course, but I'm sure she's going to miss the semi-final now, maybe even the rest of the season. Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal right over on that far side. Frida Marnham is going to take this, goes long towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, it's a little bit overhit, actually, and it's going to go all the way behind. I think we seem to have the wind in our favour in this second half there, so maybe you've just got to take a little bit off those free kicks, haven't you? But unfortunately, that one there was slightly overhit there from Frida Marnham, and it's gone all the way through for a goal kick, which Man United have now taken. But again, they can't get out of their half. Arsenal are pinning them in here. But can we find a goal? Rafaela Sousa now coming forward. This is good performance from Arsenal in the circumstances. You have to say we're playing a lot better now. Lotta Wouba-Moy plays it in to Frida Marnham, gets it back. Lotta, that's a good ball forward up the line, looking for Gio, but good defending actually from Hannah Blundell. But Arsenal again have picked the ball up. It's now in with Leah Walsh. He plays it into Stina Blackstenius. Again, though, Mannion's right up behind her and giving her no space whatsoever. Now Nikita Paris brings the ball out for Manchester United. Finds Erna Battel. Plays it in to midfield. And Manchester United now coming forward. This is good play from them. Battel is forward on this near side. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in, but it's overhit. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We've played 67 minutes. This is a big second part of the second half to come for Arsenal, isn't it? And Terry says, come on, Guna goals, 1-3. Well, we need to score one goal first before we can start thinking about 3. NA says, what are the positions we need to strengthen in the summer? And who do you wish to sign in these positions? Well, I think we need another striker. Definitely. I personally would go for Russo. We wanted to buy her in January. She knows the league. She's an Arsenal fan. She would be ideal, wouldn't she? I think we need another central defender, if I'm honest. I do feel as though the injuries that we've got, we've seen that, we don't have a lot of cover there now, do we? We've only got pretty much the 2 that we've got playing tonight. Well, I suppose Jem Beattie as well. But I'd like to see another central defender come. Midfield as well. I think we need another midfield player. Kim Little's not getting any younger, suffering a few injuries now. And I think that there are areas that we do need to look at strengthening. Which players will we get? Well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, let Jonas and the guys get the players that they need. I'm sure they've got ideas who they want to sign, but we need to sign a few, don't we? There's no doubt about that. Lily says, what type of injury did Leah get? We're not really sure. At first, I was worried it was a knee injury, an ACL, but I don't think it was. She certainly managed to stand up and kind of hobble off the pitch. Potentially maybe ankle. I'm not 100% sure exactly what injury it was. But anyway, I'm sure we'll find out. But it did look fairly serious, actually. Terry says, JT warming up. Indeed she is. I think we'll see her very soon. Suddenly inside the penalty, Victoria Pelova got away. She's got a little bit of space inside the box. The ball wouldn't quite fall for her, but she's done really well to keep possession. Noel Moritz dinks the ball up to the edge of the 6-yard box. But Mary Earps is there under pressure from Stina Blackstenius. She's quite good, isn't she, at dealing with crosses, Mary Earps, you have to say. It wasn't a fantastic cross, but Stina was there trying to get on the end of it. Wasn't able to. And Manchester United survived that. But Victoria Pelova there, the ball bounced around in that penalty area. Victoria did really well, got the ball out to that far side. The cross came in, but it maybe needed to be swung more out towards the far post, didn't it, to give Stina a real chance to get on the end of it. And in the end, Mary Earp's comfortable catch for her. Yeah, Jodie Taylor is warming up. And Mary Earps has gone down injured. Another thing that she likes to do as well quite a lot, doesn't she? She did take a bit of a knock there, though, to be fair. Now, this is a chance for Arsenal just to regroup, think about getting a substitution on. Jodie Taylor would be the obvious choice, wouldn't she? When you need a goal, she is a goal scorer. Anyway, Rachel Williams is about to come on for Manchester United to add a bit more firepower for them. They've not really, well, they haven't had a shot at all in the second half, have they? Is it going to be Russo that goes off? Or will they keep her on, the goal scorer again for Manchester United? Terry says, same old Man U, time wasting. Well, yeah. I mean, she did take a little bit of a knock there, but anyway, they are making their substitution now. And it is going to be Russo that goes off, the goal scorer. So she won't be scoring any more goals against Arsenal. And it is Rachel Williams who will be coming on. Experienced player, of course, Rachel Williams. And Russo's done her job for tonight, really. She didn't have many opportunities to score, but the one that fell her way, she did take. And that's proved to be the difference between the sides in this game up until now. A nicely worked and taken goal from Alessia Russo. And that is what could well send Manchester United into a very strong position in the WSL season. But she's now gone off, Russo. And it is Rachel Williams on for them. Now, are Arsenal going to make a substitution as well and get Jodie Taylor on for these last 20 minutes or so that remain? Because we need a goal. And she is a player that can score goals, as we've seen throughout her career and her previous time at Arsenal as well. She got a few goals, didn't she? So is it time for Jodie Taylor to come on? Bearing in mind, of course, she can't play in the Champions League, so might as well throw her on. Well, she can play. Use her while we can, because she's only here till the end of the season and she can only play in the WSL. And he says that hopefully the last time we ever face Russo. Yeah, hopefully next season she'll be at Arsenal and scoring goals for us in this game, but we shall see. That one's gone out there for a throw to Manchester United on this near side. 72.5 minutes played. Still Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. Much better second half performance. There is Jodie Taylor. He's coming on just as we mentioned her. And let's see if we can she can get a goal. It's going to be Gio who's coming off, actually. Gio was a substitute who came on. She has been booked. I don't know whether that's part of the reason, but we're just going for it now. She did okay, Gio, tonight. I thought she played well, actually. A little bit disappointed that she'd had to go off, but, you know, needs must for the team. Jodie's on. I think we're going to be playing two up front. It'll be interesting to see how that works. We've got FIFA clips there. Says Leah got an ankle injury. Oh, it was ankle. Yeah, I had a feeling it might have been ankle, the way she went down. Let's hope it's not too bad in the end, but we shall find out, I'm sure. So Jodie Taylor is on. Gio is off. So we're basically going two up front. We're having Stina and Jodie Taylor up front. This could be interesting, couldn't it, for these last 20 minutes? Terry says, come on, JT, show us why we brought you back. Indeed. Well, we know why we brought her back, because she can score goals. And this is what she's here for, to be able to get a goal when we need one. And maybe tonight's going to be her night to do that for us. We shall see. Anyway, the ball's currently back with Manu Zinsberger, who's been, since her early save in the second half from Russo, she's been a spectator, hasn't she? Manu Zinsberger. But she had to clear the ball away there. And can Jodie Taylor provide that little bit of quality in that final third for us to give us the goal that's going to prove to be so important in this game and in this season potentially as well. Certainly in the race for a Champions League spot for next year. We can't afford to lose this game, really, can we? We do need to find a goal. At least a draw would be something. And I think in the circumstances, we'd all be delighted with that, wouldn't we? But it's Manchester United in possession currently over on that far side, coming forward. That ball played through, but lots of movement. We're going to let that run out behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. We have got just over 15 minutes of normal time to play, plus a bit of stoppage time. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time in the second half as well. There's been one or two injuries. Mary Earps just a few moments ago. But Arsenal desperately need a goal in this game. And we're coming forward now with Victoria Palou over on that far side, plays the ball up the line to Noel Moritz, plays the ball forward to Stina Blackstone inside the area, tries to get the ball across. It was deflected, but Mary Earps has kept it in. It is going to be, well, it would have been a corner to Arsenal, but Mary Earps has kept it in. But again, that's a decent attack from Arsenal, but the ball gets into the penalty area and it kind of breaks down a little bit, doesn't it? That's been the story of tonight, which isn't really what we need. We need to find a goal from somewhere. We'll still be third, level on points with Manchester City, so with the same games played. So that battle for the top three is certainly going to go down to the last game of the season, isn't it? You would imagine. But all is not lost yet in this game. There's still time, 15 minutes or so to play here at Leigh Sports Village. Can Arsenal find an equalising goal? And if we can find an equalising goal early enough, we may find time for a winning goal as well. But we haven't had too many actual clear chances, have we? We might get one now, though. They're coming forward. That's a good ball through, looking for Jodie Taylor. Good clearance, though, there from Maya Letitia. And it is a throw now to Arsenal. We have played 76 minutes. It is Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. It is a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Steph Catley is taking it in line with the Manchester United penalty area. Throws it into Jodie Taylor. Plays the ball into the box, and Maya Letitia's clearance wasn't the best, but it is cleared away again, but not for very long. Good tackle there from Leah Walty. Brilliant play from her. Then surely she's fouled it. The referee says no. And that ball's played forward. Man United can't get out of their half at the moment. Jota says there, Brighton 3, Everton 2 in stoppage time. Wow, what a game that's been. And a big win for Brighton that could be, couldn't it, as they fight against relegation out of the league. So we'll see, obviously, how that works out. We've still got to play Brighton, of course, that rearranged game. The one that was called off that time, wasn't it? Was it frozen pitch, wasn't it, back in the winter time? Anyway, we've got 13 minutes left here at Leigh Sports Village for Arsenal to try and find a goal to salvage something from this game. That ball played forward, headed out though there by Steph Catley, played forward. And now it's played forward again to Stina Blackstone. Now it's played over the top, looking for Jodie Taylor on his near side, but the ball's going to run through to Mary Earps just inside the area. It just rolls into Mary Earps' arms there. Another Arsenal attack has come to nothing. And I don't think Mary Earps has actually make a save, has she, in this game? Despite our much better performance in the second half, we've not had a shot on target, I don't think. Anyway, it won't matter if we do manage to find ourselves a goal. It is a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Steph Catley's going to take. Jonas in some talk on this with his coaching staff on the far side there. Are we thinking of another substitution? Potentially, we might be. Who knows? We've got one left we can make, haven't we? Because we've only brought on 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got one more we can do. Will it be Michelle Abimang coming on to try and get a goal, or will we bring Taya Goldie on and throw Jem Beattie up front in the last 10 minutes? Who knows? We need something, and we need something quite quickly as well. But Manchester United are looking to get a second goal, which would seal the points, wouldn't it? Nikita Paris on this near side. It was her cross that led to the goal. She puts another cross. This time the header comes in, flicked on there by Leah Galton, but it's into the arms of Manu Zinsberger, who's now gone down injured as well. And she does tend to do that quite a lot as well, doesn't she? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Jem Beattie there was playing Nikita Paris on the side. Cross came in, and it was flicked on there, and Manu Zinsberger there's grabbed the ball, and then she's gone down with an injury. Ede says there, no wonder Arteta doesn't like the pink kit. I don't think it's got too much to do with Arteta, and Arsenal have won every game we play with a pink kit, haven't we, previously, the men have. So I don't think it's anything to do with what Arteta likes. I think that the club decide what kit they're wearing in any given game. But anyway, not too sure about that. Robert says that we should be playing as if we have both Viv and Beth on the pitch. I feel we are at half-mast, not struggling to win the ball, but passing is rather... But our passing hasn't been great. You're right. It's not been great. Anyway, Manu Zinsberg has gone down injured now and getting some treatment. So we're going to get even more stoppage time at the end of this game. There's been a lot of stoppages in this game. It's not really flowed. It hasn't been the best game to watch, if we're honest. We've seen a lot better games this season from Arsenal, from the WSL. This won't be remembered as one of the better games, will it? Let's be honest. But anyway, let's see what happens. Sabrina D'Angelo is looking on from the sidelines, wondering if she maybe will be called upon in this game. She's played well when she's played for Arsenal, hasn't she, Sabrina? But Manu Zinsberger's back up on her feet again. She has been struggling with injuries quite a bit, hasn't she? But anyway, we are now back in play, and Sabrina D'Angelo is not going to be coming on quite yet, if indeed she does at all. Jem Beattie over on that far side plays the ball forward to Victoria Palova, who's been one of our best players tonight, I think. Lotta Wubben-Moy's ball forward there, looking for the head of Noel Moritz, but Manchester United do win the ball back, and now they're coming forward down this near side. Jem Beattie's gone across there. Good tackle there from Jem Beattie. Brilliant stuff from her. And now Lotta Wubben-Moy. Put a little bit of pressure there, actually, from Rachel Williams. But she does well, Lotta. But that ball forward is just going to be cut out by Letizia. Now Jem Beattie's gone down with an injury in that earlier challenge there that she just made it there. GMC says, come on, over 2.5 goals. Well, I don't think it's going to be over 2.5 goals. Now, Armoured Phoenix says, they're coming, you Gunners, indeed. Terry says, what a tackle from Super Jen. It was a great tackle, but unfortunately, she's now got injured as well. There's been more injuries in this game than anything. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Jota says, they're in men's European Champions League. Haaland missed a penalty, so still 0-0 on the night. And Inter 1, Benfica 1, Inter lead 3-1 in aggregate. I say we're not really interested in the men's Champions League until next season when we're in it. There's only one Champions League game that matters, and that is coming up at the weekend. And then, of course, next weekend as well. But Jem Beattie, there's a good tackle, but she's certainly come off with a slight injury there. She looks like a shoulder injury, actually. It must have been the way that she fell. Let's hope she's going to be okay. But then you see, this is what happens when you're not playing regular football. She's not getting any younger, Jem Beattie, is she? And you have to come in a game. She's had to play a lot of minutes tonight. It's not a muscle injury. She obviously landed on her shoulder, but she's back on her feet again. And I'm sure she's going to be okay, which is good news, isn't it? But she's going to have to go off now, of course, having received some treatment. 7.5 minutes of normal time remaining. There will be a huge chunk of stoppage time again in this second half because there's been more injuries in this game than goal mouth action, unfortunately. That's been the tale of this game tonight, pretty much from very early on. Ahmed says, will you do a live for Arsenal FA Youth Cup final? I might well do, yeah. Have they picked the date for that? Is it the 29th? Because if it's on the 29th, I can do it. Otherwise, we're travelling down, you see, for the semi-final on the Sunday, the 30th. But anyway, we shall see. If I'm around, I will do it, yeah. Because that's going to be a good game, isn't it? The FA Youth Cup final, of course. Anyway, Manchester United have won a throw over on that far side. Hannah Blundell. Manchester United are closing in on what would be Emerson's the 25th. Is that a Thursday? They're playing on a Thursday, are they? I thought it was on the Saturday. Anyway, it is now a corner to Manchester United. It's going to be their first corner of the game, I believe. 83 minutes play. That just goes to show, doesn't it, how strange this game's been. It was... Actually, I don't know. Did that come off Lotta Wubben-Moy? Must have done. Anyway, it is a corner. Regenda says Williams fouled at Wednesday. Well, aren't Arsenal playing Man City on Wednesday? Anyway, let's see. That corner comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in, but it's going to be cleared away by Jodie Taylor. Actually, what's she doing back there? Nice play from her. Surely that's a foul there on Leah Walty. Surely it is a foul. It has been given. And Manny and they're trying to keep the ball. Leah Walty's trying to get on with it quickly. And the referee is not allowing Arsenal to get on with that quickly, actually. NA says that Man United can't beat Chelsea and Man City, but seem to beat us. Yeah, I mean, they were fortunate to beat us at the Emirates, really, wasn't they, I suppose, in the end, getting them late goals. But They've certainly been fortunate tonight to win this game as well. There's not much in it, is there? Suddenly Arsenal now might have a chance. Oh, let's try. That was a handball. It is a handball just outside the box there. It was Jodie Taylor. It was Battel there with the handball. It's a free kick to Arsenal. He's going to get a yellow card, the Spaniard. Armour says, how long in the game? 5 minutes left of normal time. There's going to be a chunk of stoppage time. At least 5 minutes of stoppage time, you would imagine. Lovely take there from Jodie Taylor. Flicked the ball up. It did hit the hand there. And actually, that's quite a serious one because Arsenal had a player over there. Could have been in on goal if that ball had gone through. But anyway, we've got a free kick, so it's a big opportunity actually for Arsenal. Battle's got a yellow card for Manchester United, and Arsenal got an opportunity here to get the equaliser. 5 minutes of normal time left. Frida Marnham is over this. Steph Catley's over it as well. We've seen both of them score from this sort of distance, haven't we, before? Terry says, come on, Frida, give us a firework. Arbor says, I believe. Yeah, I believe as well, but we're running out of time. It's very central, this free kick. It's about, 10 yards outside the penalty area. Certainly within range to get up and over a wall and dip down, isn't it? It's certainly within that sort of range. So let's see if we can get the goal. It looks like it is going to be Frida Marnham to take this. Or is it going to be Steph Catley? Maybe it might be Steph Catley with her left foot actually over the top of this wall. Remember that goal she got in Denmark? It's Frida Marnham. It's too high over the top. That was a waste there from Frida Marnham. And he says that Frida ran it back against Zurich. Yeah, and Steph got that one, didn't she? Was it in Koga last year, didn't she? But that was a poor one, actually. Terry says they're wasted. Yeah, it was wasted. We're not going to get many or more opportunities, are we? Man United now making a double substitution. We have got Millie Turner coming on, a defender, and Martha Thomas, the Scot, coming on as well for these final few minutes of normal time. Man United trying to just shore things up. Nikita Paris is going off. It looks like she's got a little bit of an injury issue. It was her ball that led to the only goal of the game so far. Jota says never over till it's over, but do worry, it's going to be one of those nights. It's certainly looking like one of those nights, isn't it? It certainly is. From the injury to Leah Williamson very early in this game, it's just not really been our night at all, has it? We've given it a good go in the second half. You have to say we have. Ibrahim says come on United. No, we don't want to come on United at all. They've, we don't need them to do very well, do we? We need to get a goal ourselves. Anyway, Millie Turner's on, another defender. And Ella Toon's gone off as well, actually, for these final few minutes. And it is going to be a goal kick, though, to Manchester United, which Mary Earps is going to take. Goes long towards halfway. And Arsenal don't win that ball. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. Frida Marnham it was, gave that away. Ibrahim says there, Beth Mead's missed. Of course she's missed. Yeah, she'd be missed by anybody, wouldn't she? Viv Miedema's missed it as well. Kim Little, Leah Williamson. The list goes on of players we've got. Caitlin Ford still out. We've. I think it's just going to catch up with us eventually. It's maybe caught up with us a little bit tonight, hasn't it? The performance has been flat at times, but we've still got a chance. There's still time left, and we have got the ball now. Frida Marnham tried to play it through the middle there, but it's cleared away by Millie Turner, actually, who just come on. Lotta Woober-Moy wins that header, but Arsenal not able to keep possession in these last few minutes like we need to do. The ball's played up this near side. Leah Galton, the far side, goes back now to Lotta Woober-Moy, and Arsenal won a throw. It is getting to the point where it's not quite now or never, but we're not far off that point, are we? With a minute of normal time remaining. But to say stoppage time may well save us, because there's going to be a fair chunk of that again. We played nearly 6 minutes in the first half. I won't be surprised if it's something similar again, just because of the way this game's gone. The ball doesn't quite go out of play, but it has now. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We've got a chance to maybe regroup. Carlos says hang in there, Man United, just a few minutes left. There is a few minutes left. Wayne says United ain't winning the league anyway, all those points, and it will just be Chelsea again. Just hope Barca knock them out in the Champions League. Yeah, well, we'll see. Jota says they're on commentary. They just mentioned United have experienced players to see it out. Here in your list of players we have missing, it's such a shame because some of them are our most experienced ones and our best players. It's all our best players, isn't it? I'm missing, let's be honest. And that's unfortunately the way it is. We're going to have to find a goal there. We are now coming up towards stoppage time. Ahmed says that we can still get this win. Arsenal this season has shown us that we can actually score in injury time. Yeah, well, we need 2 to win, but I think we'll all take 1 and get the draw and be happy with it. If you remember Manchester United Man City last season, 7 minutes of stoppage time. So there's time here. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's 7 minutes. There's been a lot of stoppages in this second half. Although, was there more in the first half? I'm not sure. We've got Sebo in the chat says, come on, you Spurs. Yeah, well, Spurs aren't playing, are they? So we'll forget about that. Anyway, Manu Zinsberger now has got the ball. Kicks it towards this near side, looking for Jodie Taylor. NA says, we need Gareth Taylor, best coach in the WSL at combination play. I kid you not. No, I don't think so. I think Jonas is better. Martha Thomas has just run that ball out of play. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Ahmed says, let's go, goals. Well, it is almost now or never now. We've played nearly a minute of the 7 of stoppage time. So there is still 6 minutes to go. So that is enough time to get a goal, certainly. But we need a better ball than that forward, or we're not going to get one, are we? All by that there, Jodie Taylor. Man United are quite happy just to boot the ball up the pitch. They've not really been in our half much in this second half at all, have they? They're coming forward now. They're up this near side, but halfway the Sousa's in, and that's going to be a corner, is it? Or maybe it should have been a corner, but Rachel Williams decided to keep it in, which was quite fortunate, really. And they're in possession now with Martha Thomas on this near side. Man United are quite happy just to see the ball out till Erna Battel puts a cross in. She's overhit that cross, and now Arsenal can get it clear. And it's now with Lotta Wubenmoy coming forward over on that far side. Plays the ball up the line. It's a good ball as well. It's going to find Victoria Palova. She's not had much of the ball in the last few minutes, but she's got it now. Can she provide something here? Into Frida Marnham inside the penalty area. But Frida Marnham's got the ball. Can she put it back to Stina? Oh, Manchester United body there just gets in the way as many. And again, what a great game she's had actually at the back with Victoria Palova still in possession. Plays it back to Noel Moritz. Clips across in looking for Jodie Taylor. It's just overhit. It's going to go out. It's gone behind it. It's going to be a goal kick. And we've played 2 minutes of stoppage time nearly. In fact, we have played 2 minutes of stoppage time now. That was another good attack by Arsenal there. Frida Marnham doing really well there. But again, it's Mannion's in there. What a great performance from her at the back for Manchester United. You have to say, if it wasn't for her, I think we would have definitely got something from this game. We still might. We've still got 4.5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Sebo says there a goal is coming. Maybe. And Ahmed says nearly. Well, yeah, nearly isn't quite good enough, is it, for what we need in this game? But there's still a little bit of time left for Arsenal to find one big moment in this game. One goal will do for the time being. Yes, we needed to win the game, but I think in the circumstances, I think we'll have to take a draw. Another long ball played forward looking for Stina. She's won the ball well, Stina. She needs a little bit of support over on that far side. She's got it with Victoria Palova. Pings the ball through. It's got deflected. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. And we are 4 minutes of stoppage time remaining. FIFA Clip says there, who do you think deserves to win the WSL? Well, whoever wins it deserves to win it. We do, because we're the best team. But we might not if we lose this game. I think that's all over for us. If we might get a goal in a corner. Why did we play that short? Why have we played that short? Well, maybe it might work out to be a good thing. Now, cross comes in from Steph Catley, headed away again by Manchester United. Put back in again there from... It's going round in the box. Stina's in there again and again. It's Manchester United managed to scramble the ball clear. We are giving this everything in these last few minutes. You have to say... Frida Marnham there tries to get the ball forward, but she's got it back again. Now it's with Victoria Palova. Is there going to be a dramatic finish here? Oh, that's a poor ball. Was it deflected away? It was. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal in the final few seconds. In fact, it isn't. It's a goal kick. And Mary Earps and Lotta Wubenmoy they're involved in a little incident there at the end. That ball there fell to Stina inside the box. And again, it was Mannion and a combination of Zellum as well. Got the block in. Carlos says Man United deserves to win this. I don't think they do. I think they've been hanging on in this second half. And there you go. Mannion has just been given player of the match. And it's no real surprise, is it? She's been brilliant, actually. The Irish defender for Manchester United tonight. She's been the difference for me. I think we'd have got something out of this game if she wasn't there. She's played really well. Victoria Palova has probably been our best player. It's just won us a free kick. And we've still got time. We have still got time, guys. Let's not worry and panic quite yet. We've still got 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Manchester United scored in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Can Arsenal score in stoppage time at the end of the second half? There's just been another booking, actually, which I think is going to be for Hannah Blundell for pulling over Victoria Palova. It's given Arsenal this free kick. We are deep into stoppage time. Can we get the goal here? The free kick comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, it's over hit. What a poor ball that is from Steph Catley. Really, really poor there from her. It's got to be a better delivery. We've got to put their defence under pressure. But there is just overhit that in the wind. And it's poor delivery. That really was. Everyone was in there. And it needed a much better ball there. We're into the last 90 seconds of stoppage time. At the end of this game, it is still Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. That goal from Alessia Russo in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Are we going to get a goal at the end of stoppage time at the end of the second half? And are Arsenal going to somehow find a way? Jodie Taylor's battled away for the ball there. She's done well. In fact, she hasn't done well because the referee's given a free kick against her. Looked like she had done well there, Jodie Taylor, but the referee didn't like that challenge. We are now into the final minute of stoppage time. Arsenal's WSL title dream looks to be over. And we are now just in a battle for the top 3 with Manchester City. You feel unless we can still manage to find a goal somehow. We've got a throw on this near side. Time is running out. We're into the last 40 seconds of stoppage time. It's going to be one more chance if we're going to get any. It's only going to be one more now. We've got to take it. Can we get the ball forward? Jodie Taylor trying to hold it up, but we've lost the ball. And Manchester United can now come forward. Are they going to seal this right at the death? No, they're not, because that's a poor ball. Leah Walsey wins it back. It's now with Jem Beattie. It's got to go long. She plays up the far side. This is going to be probably the last attack of this game for Arsenal. Noel Moritz plays it up the line to lots of movement wide, plays it forward. It's into Victoria Palova. Victoria Palova's done well. Can she get the right ball across? Oh, again, it's Mannion there again. Unbelievable defending. Arsenal are going to have a corner in the final few seconds here. This is it now for Arsenal. Get the goalkeeper up. Get everybody up. Get Jonas in there. Pile the bodies in that box. Don't play it short. Just get it in the box. Steph Catley's going to take this. Manu Zinsberger has come up for this. Might as well. I'd rather lose 2-0 than trying to get this goal. Will Manu Zinsberger get the goal? Wouldn't that be a story? This corner is going to be the last attack of this game. The corner comes in. It's a decent one. It's just 6-yard box. Punched away. It comes to Zinsberger on the volley. Oh, it's just over the bar. Manu Zinsberger there, almost with the equaliser. That would have been a story, wouldn't it? The ball fell through. In fact, the full-time whistle's gone, and Manchester United score with the last kick of the first half. Arsenal couldn't score with the last kick of the second half, and we have lost this game undeservedly so, you have to say. That was a good second half performance. We gave everything. Everything's against us at the moment, and that's surely the league title gone. But we've got to rise ourselves again for Sunday's Champions League semi-final with the injuries that we've got. Terry says, the Zins indeed. And Ahmed says no. Well, that was as close as we came really in the end, wasn't it? Manu Zinsberger's volley. Wayne Francis says a Reece Nelson moment. It would have almost been a Reece Nelson moment, wouldn't it? It really would. Ahmed says one of those days. It was one of those days for Arsenal tonight. It really was. We gave everything in that second half. You have to be proud of the performance the girls put in there. They absolutely gave everything. But it just wasn't meant to be, was it? It wasn't quite meant to be. Good punch away that was. That volley there. Oh, if that dropped in the top corner, that would have been incredible, wouldn't it? But it just went over the top. Manu Zinsberger there almost made a hero of herself, or heroine of herself there, didn't she? At the end. But we probably deserved something there, you know. I thought we really did. I thought we played well in that second half. Gave absolutely everything, but the legs were tired, but the mind certainly gave everything there, didn't we? And we did deserve to get something there, but it wasn't to be, was it? As we said, not our night tonight. And in the end, it was that goal from Alessia Russo in the very final kick of the first half, deep into first half stoppage time. That's not the biggest story of the night, is it? Leah Williamson's injury is probably going to take up most of the headlines. The England and Arsenal captain hobbled off after just 15 minutes of this game, having received lengthy treatment. And yes, Man United have got lucky in that game. You have to say they held on at the end. They couldn't get out of their half in the second half, could they? We pinned them in. We just wasn't able to find that goal, was we? It just wouldn't quite come for us, would it? It wouldn't quite fall for us tonight. So unlucky. But it's just one of them nights, isn't it? And that is the title race over. It's a big win for Manchester United, though, isn't it? Those 3 points could be crucial. I still think it's going to be Chelsea's title now. I do think it will be. But a big win for Manchester United, even though it was slightly fortunate in the end, I thought we gave a really good account of ourselves there in the second half with everything that went against us. But the difference proved to be Alessia Russo with that goal. Regenda says there, well, I think it would be nice to see Man U win the women's. No, it wouldn't. No. We don't want Man United to win anything, do we? Although having said that, if it's them or Chelsea, I suppose at least the Manchester United women's team aren't quite as bad as the Chelsea women's team, are they, in that respect? So yeah, maybe you're right. But yeah, it's so disappointing for us because I do feel that's it for us now. But a good performance from the girls tonight. Absolutely everything there we gave. You have to say, you can't criticise them for that performance. They were brilliant from start to finish, really. In the circumstances, that second half was just a great effort, but the ball wouldn't quite fall for us, would it? Obviously, Aif Maniam at the back for Manchester United was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And that was a difference tonight for us. And in the end, we've ended up losing. Robert says, we have lost our best players. It is sad to see games lost when you know you could beat them. Yeah, exactly. That's the frustrating thing, isn't it? With the injuries that we've got, it's such a shame. Regenda says, I prefer Man United win rather than Chelsea. Yeah, I suppose so. We've just got an interview now with the Manchester United player of the match, actually, Manian.
There's absolutely no words for that win. My voice has gone a little bit, actually. I was just saying today, every part of my body is cramping. Just so glad that as a team we managed to get the result and we got over the line.
It might not have been the best of performances, it might have been the best of games, but your team got the job done. Is that the difference with United this year, that even when you're not playing your best, you're still winning games?
Hopefully. I mean, it was a game of two halves. In the first half, it really felt like we could get into a rhythm. Lo and behold, then in the second half, everything changed. To be fair to Arsenal, they had us on the back foot, and we felt towards the end that we were hanging on to that lead. But in the first instance, we did think we deserved it. Those last 5 minutes, I can't tell you how they felt. I was looking in everybody's eyes and just going, come on, let's just get this out. And, there we go. Sometimes in football, it works, and today's one of those days.
And for you personally, it's been a long road back. You've been a year out. It's your first, start for Manchester United. You played 90 minutes, one of the toughest games of the season, and you're also the Barclays player of the match. Just put that into words for me.
Oh, I'm so pleased. I must say, my body was hanging on towards the end. I'm delighted personally. I said to our coach,
Uncut It there says the first double for United over Arsenal. Yeah, it is, you're right. Ahmed says there, heads up girls, we move indeed. Catch up later, Robert. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, mate. Take it easy. Ahmed says there, good night indeed. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I mean, it was a disappointing result in the end for Arsenal. We can't be disappointed with the performance, can we? Because they gave everything the goals there, didn't they? Brilliant. Faz says there, Man, you beat you at your home ground with your best players, and you expect to beat them at their ground with the many injuries that you have. Well, I mean, if that was the case, then you should have beat us 5-0 then, shouldn't you, if you're that good? You was hanging on at the end there, and that's despite, all our injuries that we've got. So, that's the way it goes, isn't it? But yeah, we didn't have all our best players when you beat us at home anyway. We had a few missing, didn't we? I don't think Leigh Williamson played that night, did she, for a start off? Emerson says, Man U, for me, look at their running and also look at the head-to-head with us and Wolfsburg, and the key to it on Sunday is our defence, hold out as long as possible. No, exactly, yeah. What we've got to do on Sunday is just avoid a bad defeat. A one-goal defeat, as we saw against Bayern Munich, can be turned around. But I think if we lose by 2 goals or more, we're done, aren't we? I think it's going to be a bit of a back to the wall. We're just going to have to defend really well and rely on our set pieces, which tonight were poor, I thought. We had some big opportunities from some big set pieces, and the delivery was not great, was it? It wasn't good enough tonight. We need to work on that for Sunday. But we'll be back. and I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can get the result on Sunday. It won't be easy. No, of course it won't. But I'm sure we can. We can get a positive result to take back to the Emirates, and who knows? We'll have to wait and see how seriously Williamson's injury is as well. Jota says there, not to tempt fate, but avoiding injuries on Sunday would be nice. Well, I mean, the game's so important, isn't it? Everyone's got to give everything in that game, and what will be will be. That's the way I look at it. It's not ideal, is it? The injuries that we've got, but you know, we have to do what we can do. Ahmed says there, much love. It's my first time here on your channel. Now subscribed. You commentate really well. I'll catch you at the next stream. Keep grinding this down positive. No, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing in the comments as well. Great to have you on board with us. Look forward to seeing you again. Obviously, we will be back on Friday for the men's game against Southampton. Another must-win game, isn't it? Let's hope that goes a bit better than this one. And of course, Sunday we'll be here again, of course, as well for the big first leg of the semi-final. Wolfsburg against Arsenal. Hopefully it's a good result, because we're going to the Emirates on next Monday for the second leg, and we want to at least have a chance to make it through on that particular night. So that's going to be good. But yeah, so we'll be back for that. Don't forget, tomorrow night actually, Melvin is here for Highbury Matters show, 8 o'clock. He's got a very special guest with him. That is going to be a great show, looking at the 1998 to 2000 period, which was a decent period, wasn't it? You know, it was a bit unfortunate not to win a couple of trophies in that time, but it was a good time. So that's all coming tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Then Friday, I'm back 7:45 for the Southampton game, for the watch-along of that game. That's going to be good. So join us for that. And of course, Sunday, the big one, Champions League, Wolfsburg, 2:15. I'll be here for 2:30 kickoff. They're just interviewing Alessia Russo now.
So much. I think obviously Arsenal are a top side, and these games are so important to us. And now, till the end of the season, every 3 points counts, and this was a big one tonight.
What was the message from the manager coming into this one today?
I think we just wanted to go out there and be positive and show what we can do. I think often years before, maybe we've not backed ourselves against the top teams, and I think this season we've grown so much, and we go into these games knowing how good we are.
Well, you've just done the double over Arsenal this season. Not many teams have done that. Chelsea and Manchester United. You now join that group. But let's talk you through the goal. Well, you talk us through the goal.
I don't really remember too much.
Actually, Alex, Chelsea can't do the double over us this season because we drew with them at home, and they didn't do the double over us last season either. So stop talking nonsense. Emerson says, see you on the 1st if you're around at the Tolling, and as many of us are meeting here. Yeah, we'll definitely be around. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the Sunday, so we'll be staying over in St Albans. Actually, we're staying, so we'll be down on the day. Yeah, we'll get in the Tolling, and yeah, we'll probably try and get down for about what time's the kickoff? 5:45, isn't it? So we'll probably be down at about 4 o'clock. I would have thought. Terry says, hang on, Richard, they're interviewing our new centre forward. Well, we'll wait until she is our new centre forward, then maybe we'll listen to her then. Josh says, disappointing result, but thanks for the stream, Rich, and everyone in the chat for being so involved. Yeah, it's been a good show. You know, great comments that we've had tonight. And it was a good performance from Arsenal in the end, but we just wasn't able to find that goal that we needed to give us the point, or a point that would have been nice. Josh says also they have done the double, they won 3-2 and everything. Yeah, they did, yeah. Russo got the winner in both the games. So yeah, I mean, disappointing result. We have to hold our hands up, don't we? Of course, but yeah, we played well, especially in that second half. And if we can take the positives out of this game and into the game on Sunday, then we won't go too far wrong, will we? But we'll see what happens. It's going to be tough. We know it's going to be tough, but let's do what we can do. It's all we can hope for, isn't it? Do our best on Sunday, try and get a decent result to take back to the Emirates. And who knows? You know, certainly you can't criticise this team for the heart and the desire that they've got. You know, we may be lacking some quality with the players that are out, of course. But yeah, it's we certainly can't criticise their heart and their desire. Fan says they appreciate the rivalry until we meet again next season. Indeed, yeah, you never know, you might win the league, and that would be great for you, won't it? Certainly, if you can stop Chelsea winning everything, would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Because we don't seem to be able to. Fan says you can have her. We value Ona more than her. In fact, get Toon as well. No, we don't want Toon. You can have Toon, but yeah, I wouldn't mind Russo. We'll definitely have her. Fan says we'll give you Zella as a thank you package. No, we don't want Zella either. We just want Russo. That's it. Just Russo. No one else will do. The rest of your players, I think we've got better players than you. So it's only Russo that I think will make a big difference. I don't really want Tooney either. I mean, Tooney's been great for England, but I don't think it's a player we need personally. Or Katie Zellum. You know, bearing in mind Kim Little is going to be back next season, and she does the job that Katie Zellum does so much better. So, but yeah, disappointing result. We can't hide it. We can't disguise the fact it's a disappointing result, can we? Of course we can't. But we have to take the positive from the performance. And I thought second half in particular, I thought we were really, really good. Like really, really good. We just couldn't find a way past Mannion, could we? It was just an absolute wall. She was just incredible. Her first start of the season was actually said just incredible. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. We've lost the game, and now we have to concentrate on the semi-final and trying to make sure that we can get that third place. That's what we've got to do, isn't it? We've got to get that third place now and qualify for the Champions League, and that's all we can hope for now. You know, we've won the Continental Cup. We've got a trophy on the board. If we can reach the Champions League final, wow, that would be quite something, wouldn't it? But yeah, disappointing result. But I think in the circumstances, we've got to be proud of the performance. And yeah, let's hope that we can take the positives from that, move on to Sunday. And who knows? Maybe we can again against the odds. Really, with the injuries that we've got, we can bounce back on Sunday and get a great result to take back to the Emirates. So we'll have to see. But yeah, loads of great stuff coming up on the channel. I say tomorrow night it's Melvin's Highbury Matters 8 o'clock. Oh no, 7:30. Sorry, that's at 7:30 tomorrow. Slightly earlier time. So join Melvin for that one. I'll say Friday I'm back for the Arsenal game against Southampton. 7:45 I'll be going live, and then Sunday 2:15 in the afternoon I'll be live for the Champions League semi-final, Wolfsburg against Arsenal. That is going to be massive, isn't it? Let's hope for a better performance and a better result, and who knows, maybe we can reach the final. Terry says, how can you not be proud of these guys? Well, exactly, we're very proud of them, proud of the performance because they were just brilliant. Everything was against us tonight. They gave everything in that second half, didn't they? Literally, absolutely everything. They left it all out there. And that's all you can ask for, isn't it? That's all you can hope for in your team. You just hope that they're going to give every single thing they've got. And they did. And with a little bit more luck, we might have got a draw at the end. But it wasn't meant to be tonight, was it? It finished here at Leigh Sports Village. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. First half goal from Alessia Russo. And Arsenal now probably out of the title race. But we can still get that top 3. And we can still win the Champions League. So it's happy days, isn't it? So that's it then for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please give us a like. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as well. Melvin's back tomorrow at 7:30. I'll be back Friday at 7:45 with the Watchalong. And of course Sunday as well for another Watchalong, which is going to be exciting. It's an exciting weekend ahead, isn't it, for us? I'll also be doing some droning and vlogging on the other channel as well over the weekend, so stay tuned for that as well. So that is happening tonight. We couldn't get the result we needed, but again, really proud of the performance, and let's hope and pray Leah Williamson is not that badly injured and she'll be back very, very soon, but we'll have to wait and see. Thanks for joining me then. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please give us a like and subscribe. I will see you on Friday. Melvin's here tomorrow. And hopefully we can enjoy a good weekend of some better results. Terry says there, Richard, great comments again, mate. Have a great rest of your week and we'll see you Sunday. Come on, you Gooner girls. Proud of you all. Indeed, we are proud of them. And let's hope on Sunday we can be proud of them again. I'm sure we will. Right, thanks for that then, guys. I will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And don't get too down about the result tonight. We played well. We did well, and we'll keep going, and we'll get there. It could end up still being a great season, couldn't it? Well, it's been a great season already, but it could end up still being a glorious season, couldn't it? So let's look forward to what we've got to look forward to. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Gunners. Running there of Beth Mead. Beth Mead's in behind, plays it across. Caitlin Ford's going to score, and she has scored. This fast start has been rewarded for us.